first episode, but it was good so far. I just hadn't had time to get
You
back.
haven't made it past the first episode.
Oh man, I want to though, real bad.
Well, I don't wanna spoil it, but man, you need to make some time.
Yeah, it's that
It
good.
is that good.
Well, the part that I saw, I really liked, and it looks like people really like the show a lot. I mean, it seems to be doing really well.
Yeah, I think it just got renewed for season 2.
Oh, already?
Yeah, already. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's dude, it's so good. I can't not talk about it without ruining it for you.
No, I understand. I
So,
understand.
but other
Well,
than that, no man, just hanging out, played around in the snow with the kiddos some.
Yeah.
Trying to get used to this new mic. This
I
is
know. What do you
nice.
do with your hands, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. You got to
Exactly.
kind of get used to it a little bit.
And I don't have this thing just hanging.
No, and that's the great thing about to try to beat my own stuff, man.
On Netflix though, I did catch they had a documentary they came out with for about the Jerry Springer show.
I did watch that.
Did you?
Yeah,
You
that
caught
was
that one.
yeah, it was fun to watch. I mean, it wasn't exactly groundbreaking to me, but it was entertaining. It reminded me just how good that show was.
Man, I didn't know that they actually beat Oprah.
Oh yeah, they were
Like,
beating
that was-
everybody,
yeah,
man.
man,
Yeah,
that
they know they were just killing over there.
But I agree with you. It's not like
It was-
it wasn't, it didn't enlighten me to anything new. They're like, oh, the producers coaxed everybody into fighting. No.
You don't say.
Yeah.
They didn't wind up the rednecks and send them at each other, did they?
You're kidding me.
Come on, man. No, the Jerry Springer was great entertainment. Now he said he ruined the culture.
You
Maybe
know-
I don't know.
It surprised me though how much everybody in the documentary was like, "Oh, Jerry's such a nice guy.
Everybody
He's so
liked
wonderful."
Jerry,
Like
yeah.
everybody, but everybody
Everybody liked
behind
him.
the scenes was like, "Ha ha ha ha."
You're right. Yeah, no, but it was it's great.
Man, we
It
got
was a great show.
just over a week away. And are you ready?
I am ready, man.
Yeah.
I'm stoked about Ark and Brawl.
All right.
What is it? January 25th.
January
It's going
25th.
to be right here at the Legion Scaffold Center, and it'll be at 12 o'clock, so lunchtime. It's free. It's free for anybody who wants to come out. We'll have plenty of seats, but I'm certain it's going to be standing room only, to be honest, so you'd probably want to get here early if you can. And we're going to have great commentary. We're going to have a setup for people to stream it somehow. We're going to have all these different things going on that are super exciting.
Well, and along with you, of course, being in the main event for
That's
the
right.
heavyweight championship.
That's right. I'm going to cancel. I'm going to close the buffet.
There you
You
go.
know, everybody's on Ozempic now. They don't need buffets anymore, Jimmy.
I
You
heard.
understand?
I talked to Jimmy earlier this week.
Did
he's planning on stopping
came
in
out of
next
hiding?
week. Yeah, he's you say hiding. He's been working.
Has he?
That's what he told me. He said he's ready to
What,
come
he
see you next
Picked
week.
up
so.
maybe an extra shift somewhere to try to
We'll
stay
see.
busy from what's going to, I mean, I'm sure he's going to be toast after this.
We'll
So
see
what,
what
he's
happens.
going to have to get some kind of job. What's going on here, buddy? Is there somebody singing you a lullaby?
Yeah, that's my
That's
wake
real
up
nice.
alarm. That's when I wake up.
That's what you wake up to, Twinkle Toes?
And I can't get it out of my pocket.
Wow,
All right.
that was
Quiet.
nice.
Hush.
That's
Yeah,
great.
That's
That's special.
I like to wake up nice and
Nice and
easy
sensitive,
you know,
man. You get
just,
to the kittens rubbing on you and little unicorns jumping over. That's great.
Speaking
man.
about kittens,
Yeah.
we have a cat.
Yeah, apparently Carrie has brought Solo, the company cat, up, and now he is here all the
I
time.
thought maybe you were like a shapeshifter or something.
Yeah,
When
no,
I came
no,
in, first
no.
thing I opened the door, and there's just a cat like meow, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
no, he's just hanging out, doing his thing.
All
So
right.
that's fine.
good deal.
Let's get to some news here and see what's going on in the world that you need to know. Apparently, President-elect Trump is considering an executive order that might save TikTok from ban or sale. They're reporting that the order would suspend enforcement of the TikTok ban or sell law for 60 to 90 days. Its aim is to buy the administration time to work out a sell or some other solution. The app is scheduled to be banned starting Sunday.
It's not going away.
You don't think so?
No,
No.
no.
The TikTok CEO has been invited to Trump's inauguration, will reportedly sit in a position of honor on that date, a location typically reserved for former presidents, family members, other notable guests of such. But meanwhile, sources say the Biden administration also looking for a way to keep TikTok up and running. So it seems like that all of a sudden everybody's changed their mind. They don't want TikTok to go away.
Well,
What do you think that's about?
the fact that they can get real news from it.
No, I mean, but why don't they want it to go away now?
Well, because so many people are upset about it going
You
away.
think so?
It's a political move, absolutely.
Okay.
Because now you have Trump coming out saying, "Hey, I may reverse that ban." Well, that makes, of course, Republicans look good. So now the Democrats got to come out and say, "Hey,
Yeah, now they got to go out.
maybe we shouldn't either,
Yeah, I
so we
got
can
you.
still keep our." But no, man, it's
You think it's they're kicking the political football around?
yeah, for
Okay.
sure. But I don't think it's going away. I
Okay.
mean, I did check out the new apps though that have come out to replace it.
Oh, what's the
So there's
red butt or something? Red note?
Red Note,
Red note.
and
Yeah.
that's like another China-owned
Well,
app. or
obviously it's
whatever.
red's in the name, so I mean they're telling you right there. Yeah.
And Lemon 8.
Lemonade.
Yeah.
That's a funny name.
So, yeah.
It's a good name.
Yeah. But they're both cool. I like them.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
hey.
Let's see. The jazz. The what did I say? The lineup for Jazz Fest in New Orleans is out. Pearl Jam is going to headline it, along with the Dave Matthews Band, Luke Combs, Casey Musgraves. Lil Wayne is teaming up with The Roots. Other artists include Lenny Kravitz, Santana, Haim. The music festival runs 2 weekends in April and May. More than 100 artists are on the bill. Tickets start at about $300 for locals
Nope.
and go all the way up to about $2,000 if you want that VIP treatment. Yeah, what does that mean? You get a nice little spot to sit, a souvenir cup, and a shirt
Right.
for $2,000? Come on, I better be hanging out with Wheezy. You know what I mean? We better be smoking a blunt in the back for $2,000. Let's see. The Minnesota Ice Festival has set a Guinness record. The festival's centerpiece is a massive 18,000 square foot ice maze that blows past the previous record holder's 13,000 square foot size. The maze has 8-foot high walls, multiple twists and turns, ice sculptures, and lights. Depending on the weather, it will run through February 16th.
That was Arkansas earlier this week.
What was? Oh, yeah, that's
It's an
right.
ice maze.
It was an ice maze earlier this week. It sure was. State Farm is canceling its Super Bowl ad this year because of the wildfires in California. It's instead focused on helping customers impacted by the fires that have left thousands of homes and businesses destroyed. The insurance company has faced backlash for not renewing coverage for 72,000 homes because of fire risk. A spokesperson said the company's already gotten thousands of claims, delayed production of a tie-in campaign with an Apple TV series, Severance, as well. What else is going on here? Let's see. Julian's Auctions and the Recording Academy's Music Care is holding a charity relief auction that'll help music industry members who are victims of the wildfire. More than 60 one-of-a-kind items are going to be up for grabs before the Grammys. Some of the items on the block, let's see, a signed Fender Telecaster from Bruce Springsteen, a sequin jumpsuit from Dolly Parton, a Stevie Nicks signed top hat. It's really embarrassing, man. A Telecaster signed by Olivia Rodrigo, and then items from Neil Young, Lionel Richie, SZA, Ringo Starr, Slash, Sting, Billie Eilish, and more. So if you're into celebrity stuff, and isn't everybody? Let's see. Woody Harrelson and Darius Rucker are close friends. Recently hung out in Rucker's hometown of Charleston, South Carolina. That's where a fan of Hootie and the Blowfish comes in. She was with a friend. They were excited to see the band's lead singer ask if someone could take a picture of him. That someone was Harrelson, who they didn't recognize. Harrelson added a selfie to her camera for fun, but she took to TikTok and shared the embarrassing moment in a video that's viral. Yeah, she didn't recognize Woody. Said, "Hey, can you take a picture?" Nice move, player.
Right.
Yeah, nice
right.
move. An 11-year-old walking home from school in Syracuse ended up in handcuffs. A group of kids walking home from school Monday. The sheriff's deputy stopped him, quickly handcuffed the girl as she matched a description of a person who stole a Kia and fled a traffic stop. Turned out to be a case of mistaken identity. The girl was detained for about 7 minutes. The sheriff's office said it was lawful, even though the girl wasn't a suspect. The girl's mom said the child no longer wants to walk to and from school.
Yeah, no kidding.
No doubt. I wouldn't either. No, that's not good. President Joe Biden started his farewell address to the nation last night talking about the ceasefire deal reached between Israel and Hamas. Yeah, that's what they did. He went to sleep in the middle of it. Already, it looks like that's not holding. We'll see. I heard some word this morning about it. The death toll from the LA wildfires at 25. Despite the warnings for the last 2 days, the Palisades and Eaton fires saw 2 more people arrested on arson charges, both caught in the act of setting fires. A citizen extinguished a fire in a tree and detained a suspect who admitted he started it because he likes the smell of burning leaves. And then Tuesday night, they responded to reports of a suspect setting trash on fire. They arrested the woman. She said she set fires because she liked causing chaos and destruction. So, yeah, you have to wonder how many of these wildfires are actually wild.
Right.
Or any of them ever wildfires.
Destruction. Sounds like a Allstate commercial or whatever.
Kind of, yeah. Let's see. This is interesting. President Trump, he said he's creating the External Revenue Service. He said, we'll start charging those that make money off of us with trade. They'll start paying, while the creation of a new agency technically takes an act of Congress. They do hold both the House and Senate, so shouldn't be any problem to create that. Let's see. The FDA has finally banned red number 3 dye in food and drink. Yeah. Well, it amended its color additive regulations to no longer allow the use of that. It's been banned for use in cosmetics back in 1990, and at least 2 studies have shown high levels of it were linked to cancer. It's not been used in Europe for years. There are a lot of things we allow in foods that nobody else does.
Like if you go over there, you get an orange soda. It kind of looks like yellowish or whatever.
Yeah. That's right. No, they don't use a lot of those dyes and things. When you board a plane, one of the minimum safety features you're looking for probably is a sober pilot. That's just a guess, but a Southwest flight from Georgia to Chicago did not have that feature. Pilot David Alsop was removed from the cockpit. He reeked of booze and possibly was showing other signs of intoxication. Passengers were placed on other flights, and he was booked on a charge of driving under the influence. Wow. I guess that was at his car before he got in the plane, or is that being on the plane?
Yeah, that's what I
don't know which is which there. That's interesting.
Sorry, sir, you can't drive that plane here.
No, you can't taxi that. That's a DWI. Okay, last week as the Palisades burned from the wildfires, LA-based producer Caleb Lawler braved the dangerous condition to help his neighbors protect their homes. As he headed out of the area about dusk, he encountered a desperate woman looking for help. Her car had broken down, left her and her 4 dogs stranded. He agreed to help her. Navigating thick smoke, embers, and flames, he drove up the mountain to the woman's home. Video of the incident showed him driving through blinding smoke alongside roads that it looked apocalyptic. As the fire intensified, they loaded the pets in the trucks, fled downhill. Fortunately, everybody involved made it safely, and he's downplaying his part, but she's calling him a hero because he is. I mean, he saved her, honestly.
Whoever wrote that article needs to write a movie. That was very detailed.
It was, wasn't it?
That was awesome.
The first live album from Dirty Honey's on the way, Mayhem and Revelry Live, set to release February 21st with a 4-part tour documentary. It's a 16-track album and documentary recorded over the course of the band's Can't Find the Breaks tour over the past couple years. Man, you're not going to be excited about this. It's been 35 years since Gremlins 2. A new live-action Gremlins movie might be in the works. Yeah, I know you're excited. How about this? A new Goonies one, too. Yeah, because they've run out of every idea there is. Let's just try to cash in on the old ones that are fine the way they are. If you hadn't watched Squid Game yet, the second one, it's only been out for 3 weeks, but season 2, already the 3rd most watched season for a series in the history of Netflix. It's had 150, almost 3 million views. The sophomore season of the hit series only trails its own first season and season 1 of Wednesday, which had 252 million. This is interesting too. Tubi is where you'll find the Super Bowl this year. Yeah, it'll be available to stream this year in addition to the regular broadcast. Fox is bringing the game to Tubi. It is free.
Right.
It'll be available in 4K. Users won't have to pay any subscriptions for that. There'll also be a Tubi red carpet at the Super Bowl that you can watch ahead of that if you're interested in such a thing. With 8 teams remaining in the quest for the Super Bowl, the NFL insiders at Sporting News decided to size up the remaining competition after extensive review. The power rankings are Bills, Chiefs, Ravens, Eagles, Lions, Commanders, Rams, and Texans. Why the Lions are way down at 5,
Right.
I have no idea. That doesn't make any sense to me.
You know, everybody hates on them.
I guess so. The a-hole Philadelphia Eagles fan who was caught on video calling a female Green Bay Packers fan some pretty bad stuff has been identified, banned, and fired. The man's name was revealed publicly, Ryan Caldwell. Once his identity was revealed, the Eagles were quick to have him banned from all events at Lincoln Financial Field, regardless of whether it's football related or not. Caldwell's employer got wind of their classy employee's antics and took action to make him a former employer. The head of Eagle Security also reached out to the accosted woman and her husband and will be sending them some gear. Yeah, it's not a good look. I don't care how much you've been drinking. If you start calling women something that rhymes with bunt on national TV on video or whatever,
Yeah,
it's not going to go well for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just not a very good plan of any kind. So that was a real
well
dumb
thought
move.
out.
Yeah, now I don't know what happened before, and
I was gonna say.
they say there was more that happened before, but that part wasn't on video, was it?
Yeah.
And that's what's going to play
That's what
over
counts.
and over. So the Charlotte Hornets traded Nick Richards and a second-round pick to the Suns for forward Josh Okogie and 3 second-round picks. The Hornets sent a 2025 Denver second-rounder to Phoenix. Well, it's just a bunch of trade arounds to get where they were. You don't have to go through all that. And then one more thing here is Texas star Quinn Ewers has declared for the NFL draft after he took that ass whooping. He said, "Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and
Pack it up and go to the next
go to the
level.
NFL.
Huh?
Yeah, go play over there. He'll probably do pretty good there. I think he might be a decent system quarterback. We'll see if he can find a team that will be able to work with him.
Yeah.
Have you been watching any sports stuff this week?
No, I haven't.
No.
Yeah, I mean outside of WWE, of course.
Right,
you know,
right.
on Netflix, but no, I haven't kept up with any football.
Now,
or
did they
anything.
have a new episode this Monday?
Yeah.
Of Raw? Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
what
it's every
what
Monday.
happened big? Monday.
Man, you know my brain's been gone.
Oh, okay.
Since I've done smoke. No, Penta made his debut, which Penta is a Lucha, Lucha Underground.
Luchador?
Libre. Yeah, Luchador.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. Ugh. But yeah, he made his debut. He was originally, of course, in the Independence, then AAA, AEW, and now he's in WWE. And
Okay.
had his first match against Chad Gable, and man, it was a
was
hell
good?
of a match.
He's
It was a hell of
kind
a
of
match.
following in the footsteps of the Rey Mysterios and whatnot.
Yeah, and actually, speaking about that, I just read an article yesterday.
I see that he turned
Where
like
was it?
59 or 60 or something. It was crazy. I was like, not Mysterio. He can't be that old,
But
right?
I saw something come across yesterday. Yeah, Eddie Guerrero's daughter has been training and getting ready to like enter back into the wrestling world.
Really?
So, yeah, man. That's
Wow.
something to. I mean, of course, you remember Eddie Guerrero.
Of course, I remember Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't?
The story with him and everything, and yeah.
Mhm.
So that'll be. I'm gonna be keeping my eye on that, man.
Okay.
That'll be very cool.
All right. Keith Daniels said, good morning, y'all. What's up? Sarah said, good morning. Hey, Sarah.
Yeah.
And Mike said, good morning.
Tiffany Holt on Facebook says, "Good morning, happy Thursday. Get in where he fit in today."
Keith said they crowned the first ever women's international champion
Okay.
on Monday Night Raw.
On Monday Night Raw, yeah.
Yeah, that's great, man. That's great. Yeah, it seems to be doing very, very well already on Netflix. I haven't seen numbers on it, but from what the buzz is, it looks like it's doing exceedingly well.
Depending on where you're looking at. So there was one thing that's out there that's called like Samba or something that I
Okay.
saw, and they
Okay.
registered that the first episode of Raw had like 664,000 viewers. But that specific program only monitors like certain smart TVs.
Okay.
And there's so many like in and out little
Yeah.
things. So, but the last thing that I did hear that was for real was that it had knocked Squid Games out of like the number one watch
Really?
show on Netflix.
Okay. I don't doubt it.
Yeah,
I don't doubt it at all. I mean, it was a really big debut, a really big deal for the WWE to partner up with them.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
mean, they're trying to go into that next level, and kind of renew everything, get everything really fired back up again, and reintroduce it to the world in its newer formula, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
is that a pretty good way to
I
describe
mean,
what's
yeah,
going
I
on?
think so. I think
Kind
it's
of a
just,
reboot of it, if you will.
I think it goes right in the hands of what I've been talking about. That WWE is. I think WWE is getting ready to go more global,
Mm-hmm.
more global events,
More
more.
international.
I mean, they're already talking.
Well,
that,
you're doing what the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
And
well,
so,
a lot of NFL's been doing it. I mean, I think it is. You're seeing more and more of that as the translation barriers go away.
right.
Because now we can much more readily translate things. We can subtitle things. I mean, there's so many things we can do instantly we couldn't before.
I saw a video the other day they have on TikTok or whatever, they were selling them little earbuds that
Yeah.
can like instantly translate language to
Dude.
your. It's insane.
No, I had that happen. I was going to help one of my clients who's an investor to get a quote for a roof.
Yeah.
And the roof guy, I had not worked with him before, and I met him over there, and we greeted each other, and I started talking to him. He goes, "Do you mind if I use my translator?" And I said, "No, that's fine." And I thought, where's
somebody out of your
well, I
pocket or
said,
something?
where's the guy at? And he did. He pulled a thing out of his pocket, and handed it to me, and told me to put it in my ear. And I put it in my ear, and he started talking in his native tongue,
Yeah.
Spanish,
Okay.
and it started talking to me in English.
What?
And I had to stop looking at his lips because it was freaking me the hell out. I was like, hold on, let me look this
Wait,
way
what's
while you
going
talk
on?
to me like that. That. But it was crazy. I was like, this is some Star Trek shit right here, man.
Insane.
How cool is that, though?
I mean, it's awesome. It's
Yeah.
awesome because I was a taxi driver in Hot Springs for years.
Really?
And oh yeah, and
That's cool.
So when the races come around, of course, we pick up a lot of the jockeys,
You're right.
people that are taking care of their horses and everything.
Yeah.
And like I remember having to pull out my phone constantly and be like, Google Translate, where
Yeah.
are you going?
You're right.
So man, that would really help out in some.
Man, it was one of the wildest experiences that I've probably had in a decade.
Was it like? Did you feel like you were watching a live like Chinese dubbed movie? Where
Well,
he'd,
that's
like,
why I
say
couldn't look at
something
his
and then-
mouth. Yeah, because he'd say it, and it was probably maybe a half second behind him.
Yeah, that's what I was
And so
wondering.
he'd start talking, and his lips would start moving, and then all of a sudden it would start spitting it out in there like a half second later.
Oh, dude.
And so it wasn't, nothing was lining up already. So then it was not only out of language, it was out of rhythm. So I had to look like I was going the other way. Well, I just kept looking at the roof, so I could just hear him.
He's probably, yeah. He's
but-
thinking this guy is. what
No,
is
it
wrong
was.
with this dude.
He understood. I'm sure he
No,
understood.
no,
He
sure.
got it. He got it. But
That's awesome.
it was
man,
pretty
but
wild.
still.
And, I took 4 years of Spanish in high school or junior high and high school.
Yeah.
And I'm still just basically capable of getting to the bathroom or, getting some bread and butter, things like that. The basics.
Right.
I'm still not as fluent as I'd like to be.
The only things I know in chalupa in Spanish are like chalupa.
Yeah, the things you might
quesadilla.
order.
Yeah, I get
Taco
it.
Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, heading for the border, right? No, I get it. All right, let's talk about jobs in 2025 because I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, man, I'd like to have a better job. I'd like to do something different
Or
with my
a
life.
job.
Yeah, maybe a job. If you're looking for a career change in the coming year, healthcare and tech are the fields to get into. Clearly, you knew that. But here's some new research from U.S. News and World Report. They released their 2025 Best Jobs Report, and here are the professions that lead the list. So every year, they rank the best jobs in 17 categories. Best jobs overall, best STEM jobs, best healthcare, best business, etc. So they compare the most important aspects of jobs like growth potential, work-life balance, job safety, rate, salaries, all that. So what is the best job this year? That job would be nurse practitioner. That tops the list as the best job overall for a second year in a row. It's also number one for best STEM job and best healthcare job. Yeah, a nurse practitioner basically does almost everything a doctor does. And it's not an easy job to get. It takes a lot of schooling and a lot of experience. But a nurse practitioner now can run a clinic in Arkansas, and if I'm not mistaken, can even prescribe some medications.
Wow.
So that it's.
I mean, they might as well, like you said, they do.
I mean, they do. They do the doctor work really. I mean, they're like a doctor light, I guess, if you will. IT manager is number 2. Physician assistant, financial manager, software developer, information security analyst, medical health service manager, data scientist, speech language pathologist, and actuary. Now, what are the top 5 best paying jobs?
Oh, okay.
OBGY is number 1. The OBGY doctor, raking it in, baby. Psychiatrist, number 2. Emergency doctor, orthodontist, and then anesthesiologist. So all of them medical. Let's
So
see.
basically, what you're saying is all of us crazy people need to stop screwing each other.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, that take away the top 2 jobs right
you
there.
get rid of a lot of it. You're right about that, no doubt about it. Now, let's talk about, though, at work, because this is interesting, no matter what your job is, that making small talk is apparently a big problem. A poll of 2,000 adults with jobs reveals that 3/4 admit they struggle to engage in light conversation with their coworkers in the office. 27% say they feel more comfortable communicating online than in person, but that number shoots up to 40% for Gen Z. Nearly half of all say they use WhatsApp, team, or email so they can avoid face-to-face conversation, even if they're sitting near them. 28% avoid going into the office kitchen in case they have to talk to people. Really? What's going on, man? Come on now. It can't be that bad.
I mean, I don't know. I work from home, so my office kitchen.
Who are
is
you
my
avoiding
kitchen,
talking
right,
to? Yeah, your kid. 27% who are more experienced with the workplace feel sorry for office newbies. But actually talking to someone you work with has benefits. 38% say it boosts their mood and help them feel more relaxed and happy. Well, I think just communicating with other humans in general is typically positive.
I mean, yeah.
Not always, but typically positive. Now, if you hate everybody at work, you hate work and you hate everybody there, then yeah, it's probably going to be miserable to go there.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
It's all in your, how your outlook is. But yeah, I agree.
I mean, it seems like maybe we ask too much of the world at times.
I know if I walked into a building of 100 people, let's just say,
Yeah.
like, I would feel very weird if nobody said at least like hi or something. Just be like, geez, I just come sit here with all you random people for
no reason.
For 8 hours a day and don't ever say anything to you. No.
I'm not built as that
no.
person. I'm way too social for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you put me in a group of 20 people, I'm going to talk to all 20 of them probably before the end of the day.
Oh, absolutely. But now, do you have your point though, where you're kind of like, all right, I'm over people. I need to recharge. Yeah.
No, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think everybody gets there. I mean, how can you not? Sometimes people are just annoying. I mean, mostly, your pets aren't that annoying most of the time, but people are.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you just get your damn fill and you get peopled out.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, in the real estate work, I do a lot of phone calls all day.
Oh, yeah.
And so sometimes maybe around 6, 7 o'clock, if the phone rings, I start to feel real funny. I start to look at it sideways and go, what do you want?
Right.
What do you want from me now?
I'm done.
Because, you've just been chopping it up all day and you're ready to chill out. And sometimes it doesn't stop, but look, everybody has coworkers they don't like, I think.
I mean, that's a normal.
Look, anywhere you go in life, whether it was elementary, junior high, high school,
right,
college,
there's going to be people you don't like.
Yeah, that's just facts.
Yeah.
And I did learn.
Welcome to This Is How Life Works.
Yeah, I learned you can't make them all like you. So sometimes you don't have to work that hard on it. You might realize now they don't like me. They're not going to like me, and that's fine.
Yeah.
We just have to work together and be civil. That's it.
Right.
And I can do that in most cases.
Yeah.
You know, have you ever had someone, a coworker that was so difficult that you couldn't do that?
What? I couldn't just
You
like.
couldn't just, you know, interact with them minimally and still move on. That they were just such a force of negative that it caused you problems.
Man, I'm trying to, cause I've had a few jobs, and I've definitely had my fair share of run-ins with,
Hmm.
fellow coworkers, but I can't remember of anything specifically of a person.
I've had some, not necessarily coworkers that were that difficult, but I've had some bosses here and there
Yeah,
that were
yeah,
pretty difficult.
yeah. There was one back when I was young and I was like 16, first job as a
Oh,
dishwasher.
you were probably a shitty employee too.
Yeah, I'm sure I
Yeah,
probably
I
was.
was. I
This
was.
one manager, oh, she made me know it. She was
Oh, she
like,
let you know she didn't
oh
like how
yeah,
you did
yeah.
things, how you
She
operated, how you smelled, looked, felt,
yeah
nothing.
told me I wasn't better for or wasn't good enough or better than anything than to just hold up like the ice machine inside the
Oh wow,
restaurant.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's great.
yeah. It was very quick. Okay, I don't need to wash your dishes.
No, I only was fired technically once in my life, but I was once not kept, which is different, I
You're
guess.
not fired. You're just not
Yeah, not kept.
keeping. Yeah.
I worked for Kroger in Benton, and
That's
I was
interesting.
not a good employee, by the
No.
way. I was not. But the manager there, because we had a personality conflict and had a couple of disagreements, and I wasn't much older than, well, I was 18, I think, at this point. So I was
Right.
still
So we're
young and
young and
stupid,
dumb, and
you
yeah,
know.
we think we know everything.
Yeah, of course. But she thought that I had uh, come on Halloween and like did painted up her fence and did some stuff, and she thought I did it. And I
Why?
was,
Just
well, because
just
we
'cause she
didn't get
hated you?
along. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I was like, no, I didn't. You know, I had better things to do in my life, you know, and things going on. You know, I was busy smoking some weed with my buddies,
Right.
not trying to blow up her fence or whatever it was. But she said we had reached the end of the probationary period and we would just go our own ways.
Oh.
And I
Okay.
went, okay, it
Okay.
sounds like I'm being fired. She
Yeah.
goes, no,
No.
we're just, you know, it just didn't, we'll mutually agree it didn't work out.
Oh yeah.
I was like, well, that sounds better to me. That's fine. I don't, you know, it works out fine. So yeah,
I'm
I've
gonna
had
start putting that on my resume under like the reason for leaving. I'm gonna just be
mutual
like,
agreement.
I unkept the job.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
I didn't quit. I just unkept.
Yeah, it just ended, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah, and I had a couple of other, you know, when I was younger, some managers who were heavy-handed, those kind of guys. You know,
Yeah.
the are you a man or a mouse kind of guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that never worked out well for me
Yeah.
at all. But mainly, what I think you know proved to get me in trouble a lot in my younger years was surprise my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the same mouth that you hear now that it's always been. Just that time it was more reckless than even now. You know, I didn't think things through.
Yeah. You just set 'em off
Mostly I
to-
do now.
I mean,
but,
I don't, but hey, whatever.
yeah, but then I did not think things through the way I should have.
If I look back on it, like most of my, professional, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, run-in things, whatever, but
yeah.
definitely happened when I was younger. And at the younger, they don't matter jobs. The Wendy's, the Taco Bells, just
Mhm.
doing the first jobs and things. But I mean, once I've entered the workforce, I can't think of a big time that I just didn't get along with anybody. Most of the time, it's been the opposite for me. I'm usually the most loved guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that when I was younger, I was just too much. Yeah, I would be doing the most.
Yeah.
That's probably how they would term me today, doing the most. You know, it was too much for people, you know, and I get that. I look back and I'm like, yeah, you were too much for me.
You were too extra.
Yeah, way too extra,
Yeah.
man. I just always had a take for some reason, you know, and I for no business having a take on anything. I was
Right.
18, you know, and I was dumb and just full of myself and piss and vinegar.
Well, hey, that's what.
But that's what 18's about, isn't it? John said, or Jody said, I want to be a therapist, but also a bully. That might work. Give them tough love.
Hey.
A therapist who's a bully. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you can be to some extent, I guess. I mean, yeah, you could challenge, your patient's thinking. But
That's
that is
not
a
the negative thinking that we say about ourselves, you fat ass.
Yeah,
No,
that's right. But that is kind of funny to be a therapist and a bully at the same time.
that would be. That would be.
It's interesting. That's
Darren
interesting.
Riggin says, "Cheers, brother."
What's up, Darren?
And oh yeah, go ahead, sorry,
No,
man.
no, you're good. Go ahead.
And Jerry D. Wolf, he says, "Wolf knocking at your door. Good morning, Rich. First time listening. Good show so far."
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate you coming by and checking us out. Where are you from? Is he from here?
He's actually out in Oklahoma.
Oh, in Oklahoma, man.
He what? Hey,
Oklahoma is man. It is weed central right now. I'm serious, man. It's crazy over there. They have so many people growing it.
Yeah.
The smell is prolific, they say, in some areas. They have a large number of legal grows, but also apparently a big problem with the illegal grows, too. And it's like the Wild West again in Oklahoma.
Huh.
So a lot of weed coming out of there right now. So it's just pretty interesting.
Right?
Yeah, very interesting. But where in Oklahoma does it say where he's from?
Forgive me, I don't remember.
Okay.
Maybe he'll say here in a minute. I'll look
Okay.
and see if he
Yeah,
comments.
yeah,
But he's actually he's starting up a company out there called Oak Zone Wrestling Federation.
Okay.
And they're gonna be starting in their first event in 2026. But they've
Okay.
already,
So you're going to see some interstate action?
yeah, they've already reached out to me, and we
Oh, that's
talked our
great.
negotiations, and yeah, they booked me. I'm gonna be their lead announcer.
Is
for
that
them.
right?
So, yep.
Well, congratulations,
Thank you,
man. That's
Thank you.
great, man.
Thank you.
Do a little Oklahoma work.
Yeah, man. Start
That's
spreading
awesome.
it out, and get out of Arkansas a little bit.
Well, I think that's great, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna
excited
have
to
to
do it, man.
change
It's
it.
great.
To the Bruce Buffer of the South.
Well, see, there we go.
Until you go
That's growth,
east,
man.
west, or
That's
north.
all right.
Then we'll just have to change it.
Eventually it'll
we'll
be,
just have to
you
get
know-
rid of Bruce Buffer.
Well, oh yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to get
That's-
rid of
hey,
him.
it
Bruce,
sounds
you
good
gotta
to
go.
me, man.
Sorry,
Yeah,
man.
man.
We're gonna have a new Bruce now.
Time for retirement.
All right. All right. Let's see what else is going on here that you might want to know about. Here we go. Let's talk about this. A lot of people like video games, and this is pretty
I do.
fascinating.
I did a lot of that over the last couple of weeks.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
What were you playing?
Oh man. So me and my buddies, we usually get together at least a couple nights a week or whatever, and we do Fortnite and Rocket League.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Now I know what that is. What's Rocket League?
So Rocket League is essentially it's just a oh gosh, I'm trying to think of how to explain it to you. So it's basically soccer with race cars. Like you're this little car,
Okay.
and there's this gigantic ball,
Okay.
and you just drive around and knock the ball, and you try and score. There's a goal on each side.
And this is a
And
largely
so-
played game.
Oh yeah, it's
Very
all
popular.
It's all online. Yeah, it's
Really?
free to play, free to download, free to play or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, you're playing other teams live, and they
Okay.
have tournaments, and it's
So
all
are there
here, I'll
other
show you
people
some.
on the team with you, or
So like normally it's we normally do like either 2v2s or 3v3s, three
Yeah.
people. So it's me and my two buddies. Yeah, we all get on. We're in a team. We link up
Okay.
together, and then we go and play. They have little tournaments or just fun little like different kinds of games and
Okay,
stuff. And yeah,
okay.
we play and play against other teams.
now I know
You know.
Fortnite's a pretty competitive. I mean, a lot of people play that, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, like it's like one of the biggest games in the world, right?
Oh, I would say so for
Yeah.
sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
Very
So-
popular. Yeah, here's kind of like a picture of it there. So you're like a little car, and that's like the ball that
Okay,
you
I
gotta
see.
hit around, and
I see. Kind of an updated Mario Kart with a ball.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's a good one. But yeah, I play that. Diablo. There's a new game I downloaded just recently. It was free on the thing called like Police Simulator.
Police
And
simulator.
I'm not
So do
gonna
you
lie,
arrest
I've been-
people?
Yeah, you like go around. You're a cop,
Yeah.
and you like either are walking along the street and like pulling
On the
people
beat,
over for
yeah.
on the beat, parking tickets or jaywalking, or it'll pop up and be like that person littered.
Yeah.
And,
That's
like, yeah,
hilarious,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
And it progresses to what? Beating people and kicking them.
I don't know. I
No,
haven't
that's
made it to that
wrong.
level
I'm
yet.
sorry. I apologize.
I'm on level 7. Yeah, I don't know.
what-
I did try to go GTA and just shoot a random person.
It didn't
and
allow that.
No, it fired me. I had to start all
Oh,
over.
you had to start over.
Yeah,
You got
like-
rehired?
Yeah, well, delete, start over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I gotta get a new profile now. I got
Yeah.
you. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so check this out. You might be interested. Sony has now unveiled a new gaming system that will allow PlayStation players to sniff their way through the games like The Last of Us. It's been unveiled at CES 2025. The future immersive entertainment concept features a huge room setup designed to push the boundaries of gaming. A trailer for the concept shows a giant cube built from high-def LED screens that enable players to step directly into their favorite game. Now, it's not something you'll be able to set up in the living room soon, but in the trailer, though, they experienced the post-apocalyptic world, The Last of Us, with enhanced audio and the addition of, quote, smell-o-vision, which delivers, they said, a completely new experience. One of the pillars of their entertainment vision is the idea of narrative everywhere, where stories from Sony are, it says, transformed across new and exciting mediums. That's a bunch of marketing talk bullshit. But it said, while the infected world of The Last of Us may seem an odd choice to demonstrate what it could do, players could shoot clickers as they appeared around them and get a whip of the game's post-apocalyptic world. This skeptical fan said, I think I speak for everyone when I say nobody asked for this. Can't think of a single game that will enhance my experience by smelling it. I guess that was my question. Is that something that would make any difference whatsoever, that you care about, that makes it more interesting, more immersive, anything?
No, I can't. I mean, no. There's nothing. There's not a thought in my mind that I've ever been playing a video game that I've been sitting there
I wonder
playing
what that
Rocket
smells
League,
like.
right? Driving around in my car and be like, man, I would love to just smell all the fuel burning right now.
I'd like to know what that exhaust smells like on that Toyota right there.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Not a thought.
What about the more immersive? It's talking about being in basically entering into a room that's all LED, where you're fully immersed into a video game. What do you think about that?
I'm never doing it again.
Oh, you've done that?
Yeah. So there was this. What was it? It was I was at some arcade, and there was a virtual reality room where, like, you went into the room and you put on a little headset, and everything. And so there was some zombie. It was like a zombie game. We're in this city. We're on top of this roof, and we're shooting these zombies and everything.
That's dope.
All right.
That's a good concept off the bat for me.
So I'm like, all right, let's check it out. Seems like fun. So we get in, we put the headset on and everything, and the guys that are running it are like, okay, so when you get in here and you see everything, you're going to see a blue line. Do not go past the blue line. Okay, whatever. So we're in the middle of the game playing, and, like, I'm on this roof, and there's, like, what I'm seeing is a zombie over on this roof, and it looked like I could just jump over to that roof. So
did you try?
Yeah, the blue line was there. I tried to jump, bam, right into the side of the wall.
Oh, you hit a wall?
Oh, yeah, I jumped right into that wall. Everybody on the outside was dying laughing because it was all on video, yeah. I took that headset off, walked out. I will never do that again.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder, though, if you have to even have, if it's fully surrounded by LED screens, do you even need a headset at that point?
I don't know. I mean, I just feel like you're in a room with TVs then.
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Those, like,
no, I haven't tried any of those. Oh, yeah, the Oculus.
Yeah.
I did, and to be honest with you, at first it was okay, and I do fine with it. But when you add high speed in it, it immediately it took me out.
Yeah.
Like, I literally about
like
25 minutes. Yeah. And I had motion sickness for like a day and a half.
Yeah.
Like, it was bad. And so I was like, I can't mess with that right now.
Yeah.
Till they improve something there, or something in me improves, because I tried to do some racing in it, and I was like, no, man, I'm getting sick.
I mean, I hate to break it to you, but I think it's just an age thing, man.
Is that right?
Like, I really do. Like,
an age thing?
Well, I mean,
Yeah, like I can't adapt to VR? No, man, stop that bullshit. It's not an age thing, man. It's a motion thing.
So little doggy says,
Asshole. You're just old, dude. You can't do the new stuff, man. You old mother. No, I don't think so. What did he say, though?
He said, Bruce is the rich of the North. Bruce doesn't have the caliber of voice that I'm hearing.
Oh, no, he's talking about your voice.
Well,
no, he's a fan of your voice.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, he's got good golden tones in there, don't you, man?
He says, you want to play a great game? Try Goat Simulator.
Goat Simulator?
Yeah. That should be more your speed.
That's the one. I could brush the goat, pet the goat. Maybe it's an emotional support goat, Rich. Maybe I could go in there and just hold it and feel better about my
There
life
you
in
go.
general.
There you
I'm
go.
so old.
Maybe you
But
won't.
this goat makes me feel happy.
Maybe you won't be so angry.
That's it. That's what it is. Yeah. Latasha said, I've worked since I was 14 and I've only quit one job and I've only been let go one time. That's good. That's a good ratio.
Hey,
That's a very good ratio. Curtis said, good morning. Let's see what else is going on. Who else is here? All right. All right. We will continue to move forward then. But
Hey, don't we have somebody else joining us here soon? Is she going to grace us with her presence?
well, I
today?
don't know. I assume Marla is going to be in at some point.
Oh,
She said she would.
okay.
So hopefully we'll.
She messaged me yesterday and asked if I was going to be here.
Did she?
Yeah, we
Oh.
talk on Facebook.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, once in a while.
Yeah. She was just making
Okay.
sure if she didn't want to come in that somebody would be here.
Yeah,
That's really what it was.
exactly.
Yeah, let me see if he's going to be there because then I'm not, going to leave him completely stranded.
Unlike me on Tuesday, man.
All right. So, are you in a relationship? Not you. I know that you're not. But here's a good question: how much is that relationship costing you?
Aha, see,
They
not
say
just
money
that,
can't buy you love, but with the amount of money you spend on dating, maybe it should. So how much are we talking? Well, they did a poll of 1,000 Americans to see how much they're spending on relationships. Here's what they found. The average American spends about $6,100 a year on their relationship. This includes $559 in presents throughout the year, an average of $5,579 on dates and activities. The single biggest expense, dining out, which 94% do regularly, adds up to $135 a month or $1,624 a person for the year. Events like concerts, shows, sporting events are the second biggest expense. People go to one a month on average, a cost of $131 or $1,569 a year. The third biggest cost in dating is casual outings. So, think museum or grabbing a coffee, about $100 a month, $1,200 a year. And then it says, don't forget all the little things. Well, of course, but
right.
Spending on the relationship doesn't end after you tie the knot, it says. In fact, married couples spend almost 50% more on their relationship than unmarried couples.
See?
Well, yeah, because then you have to buy an anniversary gift. It's not, well, maybe I should get her a gift, maybe, whatever. It's, no, you better.
Yeah, you
And it
better.
better be the right one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been together 7 years. Now you damn well better get me one.
Spend the money on that diamond or you'll be spending it on the lawyer.
Yeah, it's one or the other. After dropping that much on dating, not surprising that 54% admit they feel financially stressed about paying all that for their relationship. Actually, I thought those numbers sounded pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
To be honest, I mean,
Sounds like I'm saving a lot of money.
Yeah, now it damn sure does. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I'm a much cheaper date than that, to be honest with you.
Right.
But that's fascinating. Now, so maybe you're thinking, well, what should I do for Valentine's Day? I'm going to have to spend some money, right?
Oh, that's right. That's coming up.
It is coming up. And if you're in a couple of some kind, there's usually some amount of pressure. And as you know, Valentine's Day is a manufactured holiday. Who is it manufactured for? Ladies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, by ladies.
Right.
For ladies, by ladies. You see how that works? Yeah, you know what you get. You get a little teddy bear or maybe some cologne, right? And and then you do it up.
I mean, no, I don't know what I get for
you don't know.
Valentine's Day, Patrick.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that.
I'm not.
Think about yourself a gift.
Think about how much money I'm saving.
No, that's probably true. But in the middle of January, not a stretch to start thinking about Valentine's Day. So this is here are some suggestions to get you going.
I saved 10% by switching to being single.
Yeah, you're going to keep saving 10%. Booking a spa day is a no-fail play, it says, and even better if you turn it to a couples experience. So maybe if you set up a couples massage and spa day, you can do that in Hot Springs, right?
Oh yeah, one of the bathhouses or something.
Yeah, go
I'm
down
sure.
there and they'll put you in a room side by side, and you get your rub down in the same room, and then
And then
go
you
get in
can
a
rub
hot
it.
tub or whatever.
All
And
right.
Yeah, I mean that is nice. I mean it's relaxing. It's fun.
Have you ever done it?
Uh-huh.
Have you? Okay.
Mhm.
I've never been to the bathhouses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Cool little thing.
I used to pretty regularly. I guess maybe my family might be what you'd call a massage family.
Okay.
When I was a kid,
Yeah.
my parents regularly went to hot springs to get massages.
Oh, okay.
That was a thing,
I mean-
and so when we got a little bit older, they would take us at times, and so me and my brother, my middle brother,
Would get.
would have like a little massage or whatever when we went, and that was pretty cool,
Right.
So I kind of got used to that over the years, and so I've periodically through the years I'll still do that, but now I have a massage chair at home. So I don't have to go pay
Nothing
somebody.
beats like an actual.
Like it's a
massage
legit one.
therapist.
It's a legit one. It's the kind that does the zero gravity, like you sit in the mall or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
fancy
it's nice,
things, yeah.
man. It's nice. Everybody that comes over, it's like an attraction. Every guest that comes over is like, oh, can I try it out?
Right.
Yeah, just know it's a 20-minute commitment. Once it starts, it's 20 minutes. That's it. You're in there. And you're not going to want to get up, I promise you.
Robbie Shirley on Facebook says he's taking his wife to a wrestling show for Valentine's Day.
That's a great call. I hope
Good
it's on
thing.
January 25th, and it's called Arkansas.
There you go.
It's a little early. Valentine's is probably what he means.
All right.
Cooking classes are smart. Says it shows you're open to helping out more. Well, hold on a second. That's very gender specific, isn't it? That's assuming he's not cooking everything anyway. I mean, what is this assumption here that she's doing all the cooking? Come on, man. Is this 2025 or am I crazy?
Yeah, right.
Did I
What
wake
happened
up?
to
Is it 1965
roles
again?
assignment or something?
Mama, make me a pot pie. I'm busy. Let's see. It says cooking classes are smart. They show that you're open to helping out more. They can be romantic. Yeah, I mean, a cooking class could be fun if you both like it.
Yeah.
If you don't, then it might not be. But I do think that's a fun thing to do. And, I think it's always interesting to do a little class like that together, especially one that's just a one time.
Right.
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 It doesn't take a long term commitment. When you give someone a chore, it's a problem. Let's see. This one might sound stupid,
Ooh.
but it says there are companies that make 1,000-piece puzzles from whatever picture you send them. So send them a picture of you and your hot significant other, and then put it together. I
Okay.
guess it seems.
That
If
seems
that's your
kinda,
cup of
I mean,
tea, that's great. But let me just put it like this: that's what my grandma did when I was a kid.
Yeah.
She put puzzles
Puzzles,
together.
yeah.
And her and my grandpa would sometimes do that, and they were old then, And so I'm saying that.
I mean, I guess I would think that would be something that a couple would do that's been together for a while. That
Like maybe 40 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
they got nothing else to do.
Right. We're
They're
gonna
tired.
hang out at home.
Yeah.
Hey, let's here's a cute
Yeah.
idea. Let's put a puzzle together.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Robbie says he will be here for Arkansas.
Excellent,
He says,
Robbie.
trust him, and he hopes Jimmy Buffet puts you in your place.
Oh, yeah? Do you?
Well, he
that's.
is co-owner
Hey,
of
you know
TNR.
what?
So.
You can wish in one hand, and there's something else you can do in the other, and I want you to see which one fills up quickly.
Marla says she's not here, but she's in chat apparently.
Oh, well, that's great. She's here in spirit.
Right.
No, we appreciate
She
that.
says
Marla.
she hasn't cooked since 2005. Jason does all the cooking.
See what I mean? 2025, baby. See how that works? Jason does all the cooking.
I love to cook.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And when you say you love to cook, do you mean follow directions in a microwave, or do you mean actually cooking?
No. I actually cook. Like I make. What did I just make the other day? We had some.
Like mac and cheese with shells is not cooking. You understand that?
Yeah. I understand.
Okay.
No, we'll do baked chicken. Seafood. I'm trying to think of salmon.
Yeah.
Make a good salmon.
Yeah.
Man, that stuff is.
Do you bake it,
delicious.
broil it?
Yeah, bake it usually.
Bake it?
Bake salmon. I mean, just all kinds of different dishes.
Okay, that's cool, man.
I also subscribe to I do Every Plate. It's one of those, meal
like a ready
shipping
meal ready
services. Yeah, like a meal
service.
ready kit thing or whatever.
Okay.
But
So it comes with all the ingredients and you just cook it?
yeah, it comes with all the ingredients, and then it comes with a recipe card, and it tells
Yeah.
you, like how much of each, what you'll need, and
Right.
and how to cook it and everything.
That's
and
cool.
it's just, it's a good way to try different things out there.
Yeah, no,
so-
but I mean that's interesting too. I've often wondered about that. But if you like cooking, that's probably a lot of fun.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
in a new little project to do.
Right.
You know, I mean that's
Right.
kind of fun.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
so,
right, I
you
can
know.
see that. I can see that. You know, it says no doubt that some local spot will be holding a wine and cheese night of some kind.
Sure.
That's always a lot of people do that. You know, that can be fun. Escape rooms are big, and yeah, that's sometimes that can be good. It depends on how you manage stress, doesn't it? Yeah, because if you're the kind that beat each other up for not succeeding, it's a real bad idea. You know, it's a very bad idea.
I was gonna say I could see that going either way.
Yeah, you might want to stick to the puzzles if that's who you are. And then it says setting up a togetherness gym date. No, that's a gym date is not a date. It's not a date. You're working out.
Yeah.
You're sweating. And that's not a date. No, that's working out. No, don't. Again, that's a chore. You're giving me a chore for a gift.
You don't want to sweat at any point in your date?
Not unless it's the very end. The very end. You know, I might contribute some
I try to
sweat.
set you up for it.
I appreciate that, but no.
Brandon Goodwin says maybe get y'all's ladies some Patrick and the People merchandise.
Well,
now that
would not get me laid.
No?
I promise you, that would be the opposite of anything my wife wants. No, she definitely would not rock that. She would be like, "What the hell?" Listen, I had a wood shop for 7 years, built custom furniture for all kinds of people, all kinds of amazing things that I built.
Right.
You know, my wife didn't want a damn one of them. No, she doesn't love rustic wood, doesn't love that look, doesn't. It's not a thing to her, and she doesn't really love homemade gifts.
Oh, okay.
You know, so she wasn't the kind that when, you know, the kids come home with something, she's, oh, that's, you know
Let's
what I mean?
put it up on the fridge.
Yeah,
no. It's like we're just gonna
you
leave
could
this
do
over
better
here.
than that.
There's the trash can.
Yeah, you can do a better macaroni drawing than this. This is trash, son. No, she wasn't that bad. No, but yeah, I mean, but that's what I was talking about. I think it was it yesterday? I was talking about how difficult it is sometimes to buy a gift that is the right gift. You know, I struggle with it for my wife. No matter what I do, it's always inevitably not quite what it needs to be. So I've been working on it for years, and I can't quite perfect that art yet. Yeah, it's just a real challenge for me there.
People stopped buying me gifts, so.
Did they?
Yeah. I can't even remember the last time I got a gift.
In general or for Valentine's
I mean, just
Day?
in general, Valentine's Day,
any
birthdays,
kind of day.
Christmas, you know. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a hard guy to shop for, though. Like,
Are you?
never know. Well, one, I never know what I want.
Okay.
So, like, if somebody comes up, they're like, oh, what would you like for
Yeah,
Christmas?
but I think you'd be kind of easy to shop for, actually.
You do?
I really do.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
if you were going to get me a gift, what would you get me, Patrick?
If I were actually going to get you a gift,
Yeah.
I would probably go to online to either eBay or to some high-level sporting stores.
Okay.
And I would find something that I felt like was a real authentic piece of history of wrestling.
Well, there
that
you
was
go.
autographed
Oh, geez.
by someone. Like, it might be autographed by Vince, or it might be autographed by, Macho Man,
Right.
or Andre the Giant, or someone who was steeped in,
Right.
the wrestling legend.
Right.
And, or maybe if I could get a bell that was attached to an old WWF ring
Man,
for a famous match or
Those
something
are
like
all
that.
great gifts, man.
Yeah.
I would love those.
Yeah, that's how I would rock.
So
you know.
you got like 300
Hey,
and
don't-
what, 50
but
some more
I'm
days.
not buying you that gift, so stop looking at me like that, okay? Just because it felt romantic doesn't mean it was, okay? I'm just giving you ideas there, man.
No, but seriously,
He's
most
like,
of the
that's a
time-
beautiful gift,
That is,
man.
That's I can't believe you just came up with that off the top of your head. I was.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, that's that, but that.
Maybe
But
I'm
it's
an
crazy
asshole.
enough, though, I still struggle to get my wife something awesome. You know,
Right.
even though I can do that, I could probably buy a gift for almost anybody except her.
Yeah.
I did get one good one, which is we watched a show, binged a show called Oz. If you've never seen it, man, what a great show it is.
Sounds familiar. I
It's a
think I watched
prison
it.
drama.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Got just a A+++ cast. I mean, the cast is nothing but A-listers, and every one of them are awesome. If you ever wanted to see J. Jonah Jameson or the that insurance guy
Yeah.
as a villain, like a horrible, horrible human,
Really?
then this is
That's
for
the
you.
movie to watch.
Oh,
Huh?
it's a series, but we binge watched it, and then I went and bought a hardback book about the series that was signed by the whole cast.
Oh,
And
okay.
so that one did do well. That one landed, but I think that might be the only one
Yeah.
in history that's landed well. Yeah, to be honest with you.
Most of the time for me, it's just that, I end up just buying it for myself anyways throughout
Well,
the year. So,
Yeah, I kind of
yeah.
see if you don't have a significant other to buy you a gift, you'd have to buy it for yourself.
I'm just telling you, man. Robbie's talking some smack on Facebook. to you,
What is
you know?
Robbie saying? What is he
He
saying?
says because he's co-owner of TNR. He's also part of the Untouchables.
Yeah,
So they're gonna be here on Ark and Brawl anyway.
you said Bodie is his name? What is
No, Robbie.
Robbie?
Shirley,
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Rhodey, what's Rhodey say?
He says, when the Untouchable arrives, you will acknowledge because January 25th they're coming to take over. And then he said, just tell your wife to give you your balls back out of her purse.
Yeah,
And you'll
I'm
be
gonna
okay.
tell you what. Just bring your trash bag with you, and we'll put all the stuff that you talk in there, and you at the end of the night, and put you guys out by the curb where you belong. If you want to roll up here and talk some trash, Rhodey, you can do that. Come on up, man. We got you. Yeah. Bobby or whatever. What was it? What was it? Robin? I can't remember. It doesn't matter what your name is. It doesn't matter what your name is. You know how that goes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no.
He was back on Raw. I mean, not this last week, but the
Rock.
debut
Yeah,
episode,
no, I saw it. Yeah.
Been a lot of
You know what I will
rumors.
say about WWE that was somewhat interesting to me or amusing to me
Yeah.
is, man, did they milk the hell out of everything. I mean, they stretched everything to the max of the Rock walking around, standing out there, just mugging the camera.
well, I mean,
a lot of peacock action going on,
Yeah.
but without any words or anything. You're just like, come on, man, get down
Get
the
to the
lane,
ring.
get down now, get in the ring. Let's get this on. Let's get to a fight some point. It's a lot of pomp and circumstance. Now, I know they were kind of reintroducing, in a way, they were kind of, blowing it up as a big, big thing, almost a WrestleMania style
Right.
rollout,
Yeah.
I would say. But man, did they have a lot of filler time.
Well, I think that's going to happen as they try and figure out, exactly what the
What they're gonna
product is,
be.
because they're so used to network cable television,
Yeah.
So you have, you're in the industry. I don't know if they call it the same in television as in radio, and you and I are both backgrounds
Yeah.
in radio,
Yeah.
but you had your time clock.
Yeah.
And time clock isn't like punch in. It's, hey,
No,
at the
you hit the
15 of
window
hour,
and
you
then you're
need
going to commercial.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't have all that now.
No, it's kind of like us here.
Right.
We don't have all that.
So they don't, I think they're just figuring out, okay. Because they came out and said, before it even came out, the debut episode, everybody was like, okay, well, how long is it going to be? Are we going 2 hours, 3 hours,
Mhm.
4? There's no time limit. And Triple H basically came out and said, look, we can make the show a half hour. We can make the show 5 hours. It's,
Yeah.
whatever we want to do. So I think they're just, it's going to be a little bit of growing pains and getting comfortable with the production and everything. But yeah, I do agree with you. It was a bit extra.
Yeah. A lot extra, but it was still good. It was good. Hey, speaking of good, matter of fact, let's talk about great. Let's talk about Fitz Auto. If you're looking for a great low mileage vehicle, you might check out, like they've got a 2020 Nissan Pathfinder with about 50,000 miles on it. They've got a Toyota Camry from 2018 with only 40,000 miles. 2020 Volkswagen Jetta with 30,000 miles. Let's see, what else do you have here? 45,000 miles on an Acadia, not 2019 even. 28,000 miles on a 2020 Nissan Kicks. So these are the kind of vehicles that they've got over at Fitz Auto. So if you're looking, when I say a late model, low mileage vehicle, that's the kind of vehicle I'm talking about. I know what you're thinking to yourself. You're thinking, Patrick, I got credit issues. Yeah, so does everybody. To be honest with you, you're not alone. And that's what they specialize in. They're their own bank. They don't have to call and ask anybody. There's no company they have to call to go, can we do this? They just do this. It's what they do. And not only that, but they report it to the credit bureau. So it's going to help you reestablish your credit at the same time. They'll work with you on down payment, work with you on trade-in, all that kind of stuff. Look, just put them in the game, and they'll get you back in the game. You can go to fitzauto.com or go to 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock, and check those guys out because they're really that good. Right now, I'm rocking an Explorer that I got from them. Man, has it been a year yet? It's got to be pushing up on it. And another great vehicle that I got from Fitz Auto that is doing exactly what it's supposed to do and comfortably so. So I encourage you, if you're looking for a vehicle, that's where you want to go and check things out. What else is going on, man? What else we got going on?
You know, I was going to ask you about this myself, and I'm glad. Let me see here. Who said I just saw? Yeah, Latasha commented on YouTube and asked about it. But you know, it's been a few weeks that we've been on break and everything, and then the snow, and of course all that. Anyways, man, have you heard from Joe at all?
Joe Exotic, yeah,
man.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's going on with him?
Yeah, Joe actually will be calling in today after the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've got a call set up with Joe. We've definitely been talking back and forth, and still right now, basically the same thing. You know, he was getting through the holidays. A lot of the media outlets were out, and so he didn't have as many folks to talk to, but he was spending holidays with, his guy, and they were doing their thing, George, and. They were doing their thing, and so we're going to get caught up on where the case is at, what's going on in the appeal, and what the latest drama and or other stuff going on with Joe Exotic is after the show today.
Okay.
So that'll air tomorrow, and we should be hearing from XFL Jim as well.
Oh yeah.
And have his take maybe tomorrow also.
Man, speaking about XFL Jim and just football in general, but I was reading there was some outrage, blow up, whatever, over the Detroit Lions tickets for the playoffs, man.
Really?
They're going for like $900. And people
for just
are
like the regular seats,
just for like regular seats, like upper bowl, and everybody.
I mean, how long
is it? I can't believe it. Blah blah blah. Dude, it's.
How long has it been since Detroit's been there?
The 50s.
Has it really been that long?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well there you go.
I mean,
that doesn't.
I'm sorry, I should correct that.
So,
not the playoff.
But the $900, that's the secondary market, though, right? I mean, that's not the primary.
I think that was
that's
like
secondary.
SeatGeeks and stuff like that.
Yeah. So they're scalping their own tickets or whatever. But yeah. So no, I mean, you can still buy them at normal prices if you buy first, but after they're gone. And everybody buys them up and you want to go buy them, you're going to pay $900+ dollars. Or, I mean, whatever the market will bear for it.
Well, and I mean,
and if you're a hungry Detroit fan thinking that you might have a shot at it, then you're going to pony up for that because how long has it been since you've been there? If Arkansas was playing for a national championship this year, you can bet that there'd be Arkansans willing to pay any price to get on that field and sit there and watch them play for a national championship.
I'm trying to see. All right, let's see here. I'm on the Detroit Lions website.
Okay.
We're going to look here for just normal.
Yeah, well, assuming they have any.
I mean, assuming there's even any. Yeah.
Any tickets available for it, but I expect that.
I mean, and that's
the NFL is very cost prohibitive now if you're a family, if you want to go to a family event,
right?
But so is Disney World.
And we were talking about that. So the cheapest ticket on here is $400.
Okay, and that's on the Lions website?
Yeah, that's on the Lions website.
Okay, and so where is that seat at?
Oh, I'm looking for
the
map. It just says, so like your what you can look at or whatever is $400 is the cheapest to $1,922. So here we go. Section 337, which is, so that's going to be.
Oh, it shows you a picture of actually how it would look from, wow, that is just trash.
Yeah, so you're all the way at the top of the
nosebleed. That is pretty outrageous, to be honest with you.
For $400 a ticket.
I'd say that's outrageous, yeah. I'd say that's, and again, that's the problem. That's the problem where, you got, if it's you and your two kids and your wife, let's say.
Right.
And four of you want to go to this game, then you're at the very top nosebleed section, you're $1,600 in before you step foot in the stadium.
Yeah.
And that's not counting their $20 drinks and $30 nachos.
I'm sure go up
$50 in parking. Your whatever tailgate stuff you got, whatever gear you're going to wear, whatever pennants you want to wave. I mean, you're talking about $5,000.
That's what I was going to say.
To go to that game.
Yeah.
As a family, that's a lot of damn money.
It's the.
You know how many hookers and blow you can get for $5,000?
I mean, I'm sure
I'm
there'll be
sorry,
plenty of that
kids.
floating around Detroit too.
Yeah, I'm sure of that. I can guarantee you. You know, it's funny because they always do a big thing about the Super Bowl, how that you know, it drives the hooker economy, so to speak.
Right.
I mean, there's literally they bring in the big guns
Oh,
from
yeah.
all around the country
Oh yeah.
for that event
Yeah.
because so
Well, the Super Bowl
many-
was in Detroit years ago. I mean,
yeah, but I'm just saying
Years, yeah, but-
wherever the Super Bowl is, it's a big thing.
oh yeah,
that happens
Oh,
every
yeah.
year. They try to, you know,
Yeah, they
bust it
bust
and
them
stop
in
it.
and,
Yeah,
yeah.
but man, they bring in all the top earners, you know, because they're going to make bank that night, that weekend,
oh yeah.
the whole weekend.
You think
All
it's
the high
same thing
rollers
with,
come
like,
in.
Is it just the Super Bowl? I wonder. Or you think it's all major sporting? Like,
Well,
I mean, the World
probably
Series,
all
Stanley
major.
Cup. You
I
know,
would think all major things, but I think the Super Bowl is big
is the-
time
is
high
the big
roller.
one. Yeah. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
the super
Absolutely.
high rollers all come in for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even the president normally wants to try to get in on some Super Bowl action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want to go to a Super Bowl for God's sake just to see the spectacle of it?
I think
Uh,
we need a PATP commercial on.
Do we?
Super Bowl? Yeah. why
Oh,
not?
for the Super Bowl
Yeah,
and
why
the
not?
Super Bowl. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be great, wouldn't
There
it?
you go.
Just right in the middle of it.
Right.
Maybe I could show my nipple. Have you just reach over, pull my thing, and show my pierced nipple.
With you in XFL gym.
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be
yeah,
a great
that'd be
picture,
great.
yeah.
No, that'd be awesome. Have a new nipple gate. That's great. No, yeah, no, I do like watching football at home, but you know, I went to a stadium once,
Yeah.
and once was all I needed. I
Yeah.
was like, it's cold, the seat's hard, everybody's screaming in my ear.
Right.
I can't really see the players that well.
Yeah.
There's not much in the way of a replay for me unless it's on the
big
jumbotron.
Right.
If I want to eat something, it's going to take me 20 minutes to get there, 20 minutes to get it, and 20 minutes to get back.
Yeah.
Now that
Yeah.
to me is not really that fun.
Yeah.
Now a lot of people, it's a shared event, and if you go all the time, you get it. It's a passion people have, but that's not my passion to sit in that crowd of people in the cold, in the miserable weather.
Oh,
but
yeah. No.
you know, it's a rite of passage for football fans. I mean, they don't give a damn
Oh, yeah.
about that. You
I
know,
mean-
they're going to be there.
I've had the opportunity to sit and watch a couple of Michigan football games inside the stadium, and
Hmm.
you know, yeah, same thing. I mean, it's cold, and it's like you said, there's a million people. I don't know. To me, football is just more interesting. I would rather sit inside my house on my couch with
I
my
would too.
beer.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's all. I guess it is mostly the same now, even versus the movie theater.
Yeah.
You know, at some point, almost any movie that was a really big movie, you're like, I'd rather see it in the theater. You know, but now a lot of people have really big TVs
Yeah. Yeah.
or projectors,
Right.
surround sound.
Got their
I
own
mean, I
LED
see-
lights and stuff up.
Man,
and,
it's,
yeah.
you know what? I will tell you this. If you think that you're the only person who wants a theater room in the world, you're wrong. Because
Everybody wants
I
them.
sell a lot of homes, and you'd be amazed at how many of them have a theater room.
Yeah.
How many of them have a real nice projector set up? They got the LED lights. They got the carpet on the walls. They got the
Yeah.
recliners that you see in the. I mean, they a lot of
It's
people
legit.
have these things set up.
Yeah.
It is a common feature in some homes, and man, some of them do it really nicely.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, and it's like, yeah, when I look at that, I'm like, why would I want to go anywhere else
Right.
but right there? You know, that's a dope ass experience.
I mean,
when it looks like you should collect a ticket when people are walking in your
Walking,
theater
yeah.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
I'd love to have a theater room.
Yeah, the other day, the one I saw, they had a popcorn machine in there. They had it all.
Have you seen the dude on TikTok that he goes around taking like light fixtures down of his around his parents' house, and he installs little mini jumbotrons?
No.
You haven't seen this?
He's doing what now?
Oh my gosh, dude! Here, hang on.
Okay.
All right.
By the way, Latasha said, I'm a great gift giver. Last Christmas, I got my man a handmade Viking urn box for his father's ashes. He loved it. A year before, I got him Thor's hammer necklace pendant and put his dad's ashes in it. Yeah, no, that's super thoughtful and super dope gift. I'm sure he did love it, especially if he loves it. Sounds like he probably likes Vikings and Viking lore. So, yeah, that makes perfect sense in every possible way. And look, Thor's hammer is dope. Mjolnir. What is that? How you say it? Mjolnir?
Yeah.
I always say it wrong, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. This is, I'm just mind blown. He has a fiance in prison. How does that work? Like, it's just a big open area that they get to be together freely. Kind of, Latasha. It's a federal, what is this?
This is a mini. It's called a mini jumbotron.
And where the hell is he doing this at?
He just, I mean, he ordered one and basically he just put it up at his parents' house. Like it was
That's dope.
He did it like it was a video that I seen. I'll have to try and find the video and I'll send it to you. I didn't want to play it.
How much is that thing?
$2,995.
Oh, yeah, but that's not too bad. I mean, that's pretty high, but it's not outrageously unaffordable.
I mean, look at how cool it is, though.
Latasha, let me answer your question. So,
Yeah.
Joe Exotic, I asked him that. I think in the first or second time that we talked, and it's more like he likened it more to a dormitory for a college, like a college dormitory. There's no bars, there's no cages, there's no locks or anything like that. Now they do have different areas, and so I think that I don't know if they stay in the. I don't think they stay in the same cell. You know what I mean? But they do see each other and get to spend the day with one another, and then I guess go to their respective sleeping areas at the end of the day. But it's not. I mean, they have all kinds of things I guess they can do or do, but no, it's not like prison like you think about it or I think about it. It's not like on TV. These guys are just hanging out under house arrest all together, basically. I mean, that's
kind of adds another level of it to, like, just wondering about the case and everything for me to know that. Because you're talking, this dude ordered hits and we're just going to put him in, a timeout room of prison, essentially.
Well, first of all, as we've talked about before, man, he didn't pull off anything, nor was anything attempted.
Right.
He was basically railroaded, in my opinion, by the government to make an example of him.
Yeah.
And I think that his sentence is egregious. I think all of it's egregious. I don't think that, look, I look at these guys that, that you see on the ID channel who have, legit done horrible things to other human beings.
Right.
Right. They've kidnapped, they've abducted, they've abused, all these things, and they're out in 6-7 years.
Yeah.
You got Joe sitting in there for life in prison.
Right.
Life? Really? Life. I mean, life. Forever. Like, come on, man. Or, I say life. 22 years, 25 years, because in federal prison,
I mean,
you can't get out. Like, it's not like regular prison.
Right. You can't,
where you get out at 50% of your time.
Right.
You have to do like 75, 85% of your federal time before you can even get out. So the only way he can get out earlier is to have his sentence lowered or lessened.
Yeah.
And so it's just, it boggles my mind. And I get that he's not in the, the typical, brutal prison circumstances that others are, but still, I mean, life.
Yeah,
it seems outrageous to most anybody you talk to, or 20-some years seems outrageous.
I would agree.
I would hope that somebody would. I think he does deserve to be released in my mind. Now, do I think that that he did nothing wrong? No, of course not. I mean, look, he got caught up in some stuff, but if you watched Tiger King or you watched any of the follow-up stuff, you saw how it played out. Everybody saw what happened. Everybody saw that they were trying to get him for months and months and months and months. I mean, it was very clear they were out to get him, and they wanted to get him, and they did get him. So yeah, but that's so yes, he gets to see him regularly, daily. I think actually would be happy. Hey, there's Marla.
Sorry.
No, what's up with you? How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. Well, I'll
So
let you get
good.
settled in. I'll let you get settled in over there. But let's see what
And
else.
you did do something with these mics. She hasn't even, hooked up her headphones and everything yet, and we can hear her pretty good. So,
No, we changed up
Here,
a
I'll
little bit.
scoot over here, son.
So,
Move my Mountain Dew out of your way.
so you were just saying you never get gifts, and I made you a gift.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Whoa, go
See,
ahead, man.
look.
Let's see what this
All
gift
right,
is.
let's see. Let's check
Yeah.
it out here.
It looks to be a picture of Marla on a cup.
It is not.
It is Marla in a dress on a cup. No, I'm
That
kidding.
is freaking awesome.
Look at that. That's
Seriously,
dope, man.
here, check that out, man.
Look at
That's
that. Hey, that's animated too. That's dope.
my own
I say
cup with
animated.
picture
It's
on it.
cartoon.
I
I
made
love
you
it.
into a cartoon. Good. I'm glad.
That's dope.
Thank you.
You're very
Here, I'll give
welcome.
it. There you go.
You look like a superstar in that.
Right? It's because I am, man.
Put a
Yeah,
little
that's
wrestling
great.
stuff on there, a little Mountain Dew type stuff.
Man,
Put
that looks
right
good
there.
right there. Yeah,
There you go.
that's sharp.
Oh,
That's
thank
nice.
you.
You're welcome. Now you
Seriously.
get gifts. See?
I
See, look at
appreciate
that, Rich. How about that,
Liar.
buddy?
See, man? I know. She just had to prove me
So
right.
how was your
You made
holiday?
that quick, too. That was like
Oh, yeah,
20
that's
minutes since I said that.
I made it last night.
Oh, okay.
But yes, it
All
only
right.
takes about 30 minutes. Holidays were fine. Just, trying to get through them. But it
Yeah.
was fine. How about you?
Oh, it was good. I was sick for 3 days. That was pretty miserable.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm all right. But did you had a good day? Getting good Christmas gifts? Anything interesting?
Yeah, I got some jewelry. And it was the first Christmas of us being empty nesters,
Yeah.
which was weird, but also really nice.
Yeah. So you did like it? You didn't like it?
It's just an adjustment.
It's different.
Yeah, it
yeah.
is. Yeah, the last one moved out, and he was my favorite. I'll say it. He's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Yeah.
And so that was just a little different. But no, it was good. Yeah, it's just real low key.
So how long did it take? About 2 seconds. Y'all said, "Here's your gift. Here's yours." All right. What are we doing now?
Well, let's watch TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're really don't go over the top ever for
Yeah.
holidays ever.
We don't either, really, to be honest
And
with
never really have. But we have grandchildren, so for them we do. But
you.
yeah,
You have what?
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No, you don't. Stop it.
Two of them.
Do you?
You know this.
Do you? Why
Yeah.
are you telling a fib like that?
I don't know. Just need to make.
How old are your
myself-
grandkids again?
Carter is 13 and Nora is 2.
That's crazy. Too.
I know.
That's
Really
crazy.
crazy.
I can't
I
even
know.
imagine that.
It's
actually,
hard. Yeah, it's crazy.
man. Yeah, I can't even process that right now. My
It's
wife
the
is
greatest
going.
thing in the world. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'll
Yes.
wait to find out how great it is.
Yeah, I would definitely wait. But no,
yeah.
it's great. It is.
Yeah. Well, it's good though that they've all taken flight now. I mean, I know you're proud.
I am. Yeah, and they don't ask mom for money. I'm more proud
No,
of that.
they're not degenerate gamblers,
No,
drug addicts,
no.
or
Well,
hookers.
I've already talked about one's a stripper, one's a medical marijuana.
I said hookers.
Yeah, but she doesn't get. I don't know what
Kinda-
she does actually. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
But she's good. She's good. She served our country in the Navy. She's great.
Yay. Thank
Yeah.
you for your service.
Yes,
Appreciate
she was
that.
fantastic. But no, she's great. They're all great.
No, it's an amazing thing to
It's
see your
scary,
kids
but it's great.
accomplish
Yeah.
and to do things.
Oh, and they're
my
all
goodness.
sorry. It's been a long time since I've been here. I don't know how these
I
things
know.
work.
I know.
You don't know what to do with your hands anymore, do you?
No, but no, it's just different phase of life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How are things at Exceptional Physical Therapy?
kind of slow.
Oh, shit, we need a little physical therapy business.
Yeah, nobody fell enough on the ice.
Well, no, we didn't have enough of it
Yeah.
yet, have we?
Yeah, just kind of, first of the year, people have deductibles and they don't want to do their surgeries or whatever. So, it's just
Well,
kinda
right
slow,
after
but-
the holidays, New Year, you just missed work, so you're not. You're probably scheduling them for closer to March. Get you a couple months back
we
in.
try
and-
to get them in as soon as we can, but
Well,
yeah.
Of course, yeah. But I'm thinking, no, I'm saying they probably are
Oh
thinking.
yeah,
I'll
for
push it
surgeries
out.
and stuff, they do, and
Yeah.
then at the end of the year when they've met their deductibles,
Well, they rush them all, don't they?
well, you think, and I have patients, and they say you need a new knee. Well, I'll do it next year. I said, but you've met your deductible. Oh, why do people not think about that? So you've
Yeah,
already
no,
met
I
it.
would
Do it.
definitely think about that if I
Yeah,
carried
especially
insurance.
if you have a high deductible, for
yeah,
sure. Yeah,
no doubt about it.
But- it's just
But I do think that physical therapy is one of those things a lot of people don't realize that insurance will often cover.
and in Arkansas, you have direct access. You don't even have to call your doctor.
Yeah,
You can just call me, and I'll get you in.
yeah. So you can work all that out for 'em.
Yep.
Now, do you do that part? Where you'll if they bring the insurance information, you guys will call and talk to the insurance company and all that.
Yeah, we verify.
Okay.
It's a courtesy, but we do.
Okay, I didn't know. Some do, some don't. At my PCP, he does not do any insurance work. at all.
Well,
You know,
somebody has to do billing for him, right?
No, he's a cash pay doctor.
Oh, he's smart.
Yeah, no, he is smart.
So,
He
yeah.
saw the writing on the wall a long time
Yeah.
ago. He worked for a large organization who had several clinics around the state of Arkansas, and I don't want to say anything negative about them, so that's why I'm not name dropping them. But he had told me that he was thinking about leaving because he felt it had become treatment by number,
For sure.
where they were micromanaging
For sure.
every step that he took and what he could prescribe, what he shouldn't prescribe, what the priorities were.
Yeah, they take away the
and-
physician's autonomy. Yeah, they do.
And he was like, if that's the doctor I have to be, I don't want to be that doctor.
Yeah.
And so he, left that and started his own private practice and does it on a cash basis.
So smart.
And so I was very apprehensive about this because it's cash, and you know how much you pay doctors normally.
Right.
I was surprised to find out my costs went dramatically down doing that. Matter of fact, it was through this that I learned how bad sometimes insurance is for pharmaceuticals.
Mm-hmm.
You'll pay more with insurance than if you pay cash.
It's just insurance is
In
a,
some
it's
cases,
a racket.
in
It's
many
just
cases,
a racket.
yeah. In a lot of cases, it can be.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah, it
I
sure
mean,
can
and you
be.
feel more secure having it.
Mhm.
And really, like, say my premiums are almost $600 a month. If I could just put that money into an account and have it,
That's where we got to. We got to a place with
too expensive.
the station that sold its soul. That
Which one?
yeah, the one that I formerly was at.
I know.
But that insurance was almost $1,000 a month for me and the family to have, and it wasn't even great.
Yeah.
It was like maybe the mid tier at best.
Yeah.
And we were just like, we weren't even getting to a deductible until November, and if at all.
Right.
And so, because we had like a $5,000 corridor deductible, which, is another
really
new
high.
way to, well, they have all these little gambits that they try to prevent
And then
you
there's
from.
co-pays and co-insurance. What's the difference? I still don't know. But
Well, percentages and dollars.
I know, but then
A
you have a
copay is a
copay
fixed
and
dollar.
a co-insurance. You know what I'm
Co-insurance is a
saying? Some
percentage.
people have to do both. You have
Yeah,
a
no,
copay
you're right.
and you're like,
You're right.
but so insurance to me is if there's a big deal and I'm in the hospital for a month, but these doctor visits, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's just, I would rather take the $600 a month, put it into an account, than have it.
Well, that's what we said is look, at this point, I mean, if I'm only really cashing in on the benefit, for a month of the year,
Mhm.
what am I getting out of that 12 grand
Mhm.
Right.
that I'm ponying up just to have insurance for what? Catastrophic purposes?
Yeah.
Just in case one of us is hospitalized
you
is
have-
really the only reason.
If you have to have a surgery and the
Yeah.
doctor knows you have cash, they'll negotiate a lower price. Because he'll get more from your cash than insurance will just go, well, we're only giving you.
Yeah, you can
Right.
almost anything within reason
cash.
can be negotiated. Now, if you
Or make payments.
the negative thing is when that you have something that's super bad and it's going to require a lot, and then all of a sudden you don't have that coverage.
Right.
It can be a problem. But beyond that,
If it's emergency, you can't be denied care.
well, no, and
So,
at some point,
win-win,
Medicare
right?
or Medicaid,
Well,
whichever it is,
exactly.
I guess.
Yeah.
kicks in.
Depends on.
I was
your
gonna
age.
say, I mean, to a degree, like you can't be denied care, but they don't have to heal you. They just have to stabilize you.
There is no healthcare worker that's not going to try to heal you
Yeah.
if you're in a hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't even know your insurance, your nurses, whatever. They don't.
Yeah.
Now there'll be a social worker that says get them out in 2 days.
Yeah.
But if you're ready to go, but there's no healthcare worker I know that's trying to kill people. That like, well, they don't have
No,
insurance.
but there are, but to his
But the
point, there
hospitals
are
are, like,
treatments
getting 'em out.
that are approved or not approved.
Well,
Sure.
Or you may have to go through certain things to get to that treatment because they feel like, well, you should do this, and this according to our book
right.
until you do this.
Well, and that's what I mean. Like if I didn't have insurance
Mhm.
and I fall down into a massive heart attack and I come into the ER and y'all save my life, but then you determine, hey, your heart is no good anymore. You need a heart transplant. They're not going to keep me in the hospital and be like, oh, well, hey, until we can figure
Well-
out something, we'll keep you alive. They're going to be like, hey, if you can't afford you don't have insurance, you can't afford it.
I
have
guess
fun.
if your heart was failing in that exact moment, they might, but
Yes. They would.
Otherwise,
But if
you're
you were
probably
good enough
right.
to go home, you'd go on a waiting list.
If they
But
can throw
I mean,
you on
just-
a couple stents in your neck and get you down the
I mean, I
road,
know
then
that
that's
was-
what they'll do.
Right.
that was just an example, but they would save you and get you stable and get you either to rehab, things like that. Although you couldn't go to rehab if you don't have insurance. So
Right, that's exactly. I mean, they'll
But I'll-
stabilize me to
I'll
where I
teach
can
you.
survive.
Yeah.
Walking out the door. But
But back to where
Sorry,
that's part of wellness too.
absolutely.
And so there may be more. A lot of insurance companies are at least doing more towards the wellness and preventative,
And our
and,
clinic
and they're
is too.
paying more of
Mhm,
that,
mhm.
and covering more of that now than they have
Yeah.
historically.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know that at least 3 different times I'd say that I've come and seen you that you bailed me out. The last one was frozen shoulder.
So quick. That was the quickest one ever.
Man, I got lucky on that one
Me
because I
too.
thought for sure that was going to be surgical because my brother-in-law had recently had shoulder
I
surgery
just
and
don't understand why it froze. That's what there's
Man,
no,
who
'cause you're not
knows?
diabetic and
no,
I
but
don't
at that
know,
point
but-
I was probably pre-diabetic and that may have been part of the problem. You obviously I've lost a lot of weight and so that made a huge difference in general
Mhm.
to life. But let's see, I know I came to you once for a back thing and then there was something. I'm trying to remember there was
I
one other
think
thing.
both times they were backs.
May have
I
been,
think so.
yeah.
Because then they'd figure out your diagnosis and hopefully they've stayed
Yeah,
on top of it. 'Cause
yeah,
yours-
no,
your,
it definitely-
Your condition is very painful.
It is. It can be psoriatic arthritis.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I hadn't really talked a lot about it, but when I was sick during the holiday, briefly, that was part of it. Was that, because when even no matter the medications I take, I do the lowest level of chemo every week that I can, that's done. So it's not like intravenously, it's tablets, but even with that, if the temperature drops 30 degrees sustained in a real quick fashion like that, it's going to send my body, no matter what I do, into shock.
Yeah.
And that's how it responds. Then on top of that, I got a sinus infection. And then on top of that, I had a cold. So it was like all of a sudden, it was just everything at once hit me. And I was just, man, I was in bed for 3 days. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going nowhere, not doing nothing. I'm just out,
Yeah. It's all that inflammation in your body. You just needed a rest.
Well, one thing too that's been super helpful is lessening the amount of sugar.
Mountain Dew.
I've never been a Mountain Dew guy. That'd be him. But
no
sugar in
idea.
general.
Yeah,
less-
absolutely. Sugar is biggest inflammatory thing that we eat. It's terrible.
Yeah. No, I love it, but it is. It's terrible in a lot of ways.
So good.
I agree. I have a Dr.
That's just
Pepper,
a liquid
but,
kidney
yeah.
stone waiting to
Well,
happen.
this is coffee to me in the morning.
No, a lot of people use it that
After
way.
after my nice alarm, waking
Yeah.
up. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, Mountain Dew, it's I can't even drink it, man.
Tasty.
It is, no, it is
It's tasty,
delicious.
Yeah.
It is delicious,
That's
but
one
it
of those
hurts my
things-
stomach
Yeah,
just
it's
drinking
too
it.
much inflammation.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, your gut response. is
Really?
inflammation.
I
And-
always wondered if it was
I'm
too
not fat. I'm just
I didn't know.
You're inflamed. That's right.
I didn't know if it was the caffeine in it. I didn't know if it was the amount of sugar, but it literally gives me a stomach ache if I drink Mountain
Yeah.
Dew. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't.
Probably a combination of both because that's. I'm not gonna get on you, but that's one of the
Pure
worst.
poison.
It's one of the worst.
Yeah.
It's a pretty green color.
Right.
No, it is cool
Yeah.
looking. Yeah. Do the do, baby.
Tammy Strickland on Facebook says she thinks she has a frozen shoulder and she needs an appointment with you.
Yeah, you should set that appointment.
Yeah,
Right.
501-778-4224. Call Maya. She'll set you up.
Yeah, no, definitely. If you you've really got the frozen shoulder, trust me, we mitigated it pretty quickly.
Yeah, like, I
and
want to say one session, and you came back for the second.
maybe a couple, but
Like, I think you came 3 times, but after the first one, I was shocked.
me too.
And I'm good, but I ain't that good. I don't know
Well,
what happened. It was
No,
just a
you
shocker.
do-
Those things
you
are
do good
usually
work.
hard.
yeah,
We
and
do. We really try, and we spend one-on-one time with our patients. We don't roll you through like cattle.
no, it's
we
not
do
like
not.
that at all. And I don't know. It's not called electrolysis. What is that?
Electrical
device?
stim
Electrical
or
stimu-
ultrasound, which
Yeah, with that,
a
no, the
wand?
electrical stimulation. That was that's always been helpful for me. I know.
Yeah, you have a home unit.
I don't.
Well,
don't,
let's.
but
let's
I
get
should
you
get one, shouldn't
Yeah, I'll send you a link to the ones we get on Amazon. Super cheap.
I? Okay, yeah, I should have one.
Yeah,
That's
they
cool
feel
to have.
great. You can put them
Yeah,
anywhere.
it's amazing how good that does work. It's shocking, actually. Have you ever used that?
No.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
sounds
bring one.
interesting,
I'll
but-
bring one in next time. We'll put it on your face.
Why?
It'll just
It's like
it'll contract the muscles and you can't
like a-
control it.
Oh,
Like a
okay.
tins machine.
Yeah.
It's real low
okay.
level.
Well,
It
I'm
feels
just,
good.
But it's
anytime somebody goes, "Hey, I'm gonna bring this machine in and put it here,"
Yeah.
makes me
I'm
go, "Wait
kidding
a
out,
minute,
but I
why?"
will bring one.
Yeah.
But if you want, but it's just it interrupts the pain pathway from the brain to the pain, so you just kind of feel good.
I just need one. Like, just put one lead here and one lead on the bottom. It's just pain all over.
Now, what's the difference with what the ultrasound does versus the electrical stim?
Ultrasound it does sound waves into the muscles. So usually, if I'm working on, say, someone's like a large muscle group, I lay them on heat for a little bit first to get that warm, and then the ultrasound puts the heat a little bit deeper. So
Okay.
and that prepares it for the massage, so I can stretch out the muscles. But it improves circulation. It feels good. So
Yeah.
it decreases pain, relaxes them a little bit. Some people are just super
Mhm.
tense. It helps relax them. There's not a lot of evidence-based research behind it, and so we don't get paid for it, but we do it because it works.
Now, I think we've talked about this before, but I am curious. What chiropractic work? How does that work with or against what you do as a physical therapist in your
So-
mind?
We have different philosophies, but I do believe that if you maintain your alignment in your joints, like your spine or your shoulder or
Mhm.
whatever, and they pop it back into place, it's very helpful. But you have to correct what caused it to go out of place in the first place. So somewhere there's some misalignment or weakness in your muscle that's causing it to shift out or
Okay,
something like that.
yeah.
So, but the ones that say they can cure heart disease, multiple sclerosis, all those
Right.
things with aligning your spine, they piss me off
Yeah.
because it's not true. And there's a girl in Bryant, Miranda Tipton, who I use, she's a chiropractor and she does her stuff and I do mine and we work together. But
Kinda- yeah.
it's just the ones that say, oh, I can fix MS.
Well,
No, you can't.
I
You
went
can't.
to a place for a little while where I was trying out chiropractic to see if maybe it would help me with some of the perpetual issues that I'd had, and it did to some extent. Losing weight was much more
Mhm.
effective, but I did do the thing that you would see everybody do on TikTok, which I had wanted to do for some time, or at least have it done, which is, and I'm sure you shouldn't even want it done, but the one where they take your neck and they go,
Oh, that terrifies me. I can't.
Yeah, it goes,
I can't do it.
and I literally laughed, but it was a weird laugh response. It wasn't like my normal laugh. It was like the most nervous laugh that's ever come out of me because I was like, okay, I'm still alive. I'm okay.
Well,
this is
and-
good. I'm relieved.
And we're trained in that too, but I'm so scared of shearing a nerve and causing a stroke. I will never do that. I will mobilize, but I will not manipulate.
I wouldn't do it again, to be
It's
honest
scary.
with you.
Maybe a back, but not a neck.
It just made me too nervous,
Mhm.
but I did do it once because I just needed to experience it. But
Did you have that satisfying crack, crack, crack?
yeah,
like
no,
that?
it did make that
Yeah,
sound. Yeah,
yeah.
but you can't pop my back. It's not. A lot of people are like, oh, I could pop you. No, you can't. Even the chiropractors are like, no. I mean, it's a very tight fit there. For whatever reason, they just cannot make it pop.
So you don't have any like space between your vertebrae? Or
I don't know.
anything?
I
Or is
don't
it
know.
just so much inflammation, arthritis?
Probably
what it is.
Probably the
So-
inflammation won't allow that.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. Well, stretch.
Well, and I do. And again, things have gotten much better.
Weight loss is huge.
Yes,
yeah.
it's been.
huge.
So I could even go back and try again. But not that I'm going to, but now that I have. But I still think that it's still too tight for that, for making it. And I'm not even sure popping it does anything. My wife, she swears by it.
But people love it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
she
I mean,
loves to
I
get her
think
back
it would
popped.
feel good sometimes to get my back popped, just like when I pop my knuckles, and it's like, oh, it feels better.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, I've often wondered what that would be like, but I
Mhm.
just have not accomplished it yet in my life. But maybe one.
Maybe after
point.
your wrestling match, something might
It
pop.
might be
You know,
adjusted
it
for
was-
me.
it
It
was-
was adjusted. I had a back adjustment
Yeah, there
recently.
you
Yeah.
go.
It was funny that she just mentioned that because I was just sitting here thinking, like, is there a way you can bring anything from your office? I mean, here to the event to show people if they have questions, they want to sign
I
up for
can bring
anything,
whatever you want.
I mean, whatever you want to bring.
Yeah.
I wish
That'd be
that-
good.
You know what? That's
I mean, I think she should
no,
set up
no.
like
This
a
is a
table or
great
something.
idea. I think so too. I think that's a great idea, Marla.
Thanks. I'll do
I think
it.
setting up
I came up
a
with
little
that.
table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to bring a table and my logo tablecloth and all that stuff?
Well, I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you can talk to people
I'll
and
bring
Well,
my
because, I
business
mean, not
partner
only are
and
we going to have
everything.
people, but we're going to have, of course, the crowd. We're going to have
Yeah.
wrestlers. I mean,
yeah.
like you said, you may need some physical therapy, and it'd be a.
Lots
Yeah.
of business
I mean,
cards. I will bring my
yeah,
business.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There
I
might
think
be a
it'd
few of
great
these.
option.
Yeah.
Look, Jimmy Buffet may need to see you after the show.
I think you will.
I'm fairly certain that he's going to come to you and say, "I can't walk right now. Can you help me?"
How, do you want me to help him though?
Yeah, probably
Okay.
so.
I'll help.
After.
One of the girls that works for me would be a perfect wrestler. I tell her that all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's really silly, and
bring her to the show.
I'll see.
Well, why not? Hey.
Yeah.
Little Doggy says Miranda is awesome.
Miranda
3
is awesome.
sessions and went from walking bent over and limping on both legs to walking upright.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna see if that's the one I told you guys about. That she was a poker dealer at one of the $1 million tables. I think we talked about it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay,
I asked her, I said, "You want to come in sometime?" She goes, "Yeah, she would love to." So
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Well, you should definitely have her on here. I'd love to talk about that because I can't imagine, the tension level at a table like that, man. I mean, that's got to be wild.
And if you watch the video, I don't know if I showed you. It is pretty tense because it was
Oh,
like
I'm
$1
sure.
million
Yeah.
like win or something. It was
Yeah.
pretty intense.
No, I mean,
I'd be
listen,
so-
that's a lot of damn money. People
Yeah.
get real serious about it. And, they're looking at everything you're doing and they're talking.
Quiet,
yeah.
and she's just, and it was televised, so she's just sitting there dealing, and everyone's so quiet.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
That is cool as hell, actually. That's a really cool experience just to live through
Yeah.
and say, I did
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
I presided over $1 million hand.
Yeah.
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 But
And she's in Bryant, y'all. She's great.
yeah,
Okay.
that's awesome. Yeah. So when is she going to come on?
I don't know. I'll call her when I leave it. And
Okay.
ask
Yeah.
her.
Let's definitely.
Yeah, we need to find it. Yeah, we need to talk
And
about that.
she lives in Cabot, so it's
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
She works in Bryant, so,
So she can just come
Hop
through on the
on in,
way.
yeah.
That'd be great. Yeah, no,
Mhm.
for sure. Let's get that set up.
Doug Peck says, good morning. Shane Preter from he's Dad's After Dark. He says they can be some test dummies for some physical therapy.
Oh, okay. Well, they might
what does that
reach.
mean?
I'm not
I think they're pretty active guys, especially Shane. He's
Oh.
outlaw. He normally helps out with his son's baseball team and
So-
sports and stuff. So,
So like I work on him, and he tells everybody about it.
yeah, I mean, basically, yeah.
I'm still gonna charge you.
That's correct. Yeah. No, you got to do that for
Gotcha.
sure. Yeah. But no, they probably would be good to
Oh,
to connect up. He may very well actually need her services.
yeah, absolutely. And your friend that you said is or that you've told needs to become a wrestler. Robbie,
Sure,
Robbie
yeah.
Shirley says, tell her to come see us. They do train at TNR Wrestling, and they're starting a women's division next. so.
She's nuts. She's
Mhm.
great. Yeah, I'll tell her.
Now, where is TNR out of? That's the Oklahoma one.
No. TNR is here in Arkansas.
Oh,
They're
right.
up there near Monette, Arkansas. But
Where?
Monette.
Never heard of it.
Monette,
Monette.
Paragould,
Okay.
kind of north, what would that be? Northeastern
Okay.
corner.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
you. Okay.
But they're all over. I mean,
Yeah.
they're all over.
Yeah, sure. No, that's great. And Jimmy Buffet is with them.
I don't know that he's wrestled for TNR.
Okay.
Yeah, Jimmy Buffet is around the Little Rock area.
Yeah, so he's just talking smack for Jimmy.
Right.
He's
I
like a
mean,
Jimmy fan.
Yeah,
or
he's
something.
a
Get
fan.
off
and,
Jimmy's
you know.
jock, Robbie. Golly, man, jock rider. Wow, what a Johnny come lately you are.
I brought you a copy of Jason's children book.
Oh, let's see
Oh,
this.
see, there we go.
Oh, this is great.
Oh, okay. He does training in Searcy. Is that how it said?
Searcy.
Searcy?
No, it's
Hold on, this is a children's book?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
well,
a lot
older.
of words.
It's 88 pages, but you can buy it on Amazon. It's called Shelled Up.
Shelled Up.
Yeah, and that's just the proof, like the
This
first.
is cool, though.
Yeah. So that was my Christmas gift to Jason. I had 25 copies made.
Did you really?
did.
Now, that's a dope-ass
Yeah,
gift.
yeah.
sweet.
But then he went ahead and self-published on Amazon. So if you
That's
order
cool.
off Amazon, you can get softback,
I'll tell you
hardcover, or
something
a
else,
Kindle.
too, that you can do to spice it up.
Uh-huh.
And I learned this when I did mine, is that there's public domain images that you can use absolutely free with no attrition or anything, no type of attribution.
But I drew this.
No, that's great. It's great. Did you really draw that?
Yeah,
Did you really? Let me see that. Did you really draw that?
I really drew it.
Oh, good job.
Those are the characters in the book, but I really drew it.
I almost recognize that lynx. No,
Oh,
is that what that is? A lynx?
Bobcat, but yeah.
Bobcat
that's the
lynx.
same thing,
Okay,
yeah.
it was similar. Yeah. Okay. No, that I didn't know you drew.
Uh-huh.
So that's pretty
Cool.
good. That's not bad at all, actually. The
No.
barn and
It's
the
what he wanted, and I
The
was
barn and goat and the girl are phenomenal.
like,
And man, this is really good. I didn't know you had a draw talent.
I can do anything
Yeah.
except for math. Yes,
Well, you know,
I don't need to do math.
no, okay, no math for
I have a
you.
calculator.
That's cool though. No, I'm sure that was an awesome gift for him. He had
Yeah.
to. That would be very moving to actually.
Yeah.
If you had worked that hard on something and for someone to do that,
Mhm.
yeah, that'd be really cool.
No, you're good.
Yeah. I thought it was great.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was proud
sure-
of myself.
I'm sure
Trying
he
to keep
did
it quiet
too.
was hard
I bet it was.
because I'm like, I want to as soon as I get them because I think I did it like a month before Christmas, and I'm like, oh, I just want to give it to him now, and all the girls at work were like, no.
Yeah, that's
I
my
really
problem.
wanted to.
I'm
Yeah.
horrible about that. I'm like, as soon as I got the gift, I'm ready
You
to give
wanna-
it to you.
yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm so excited, and I'm way more excited than he is because he doesn't care about gifts, but he did like it. Yeah.
Well, he had to like it. What do you mean when you say he doesn't care about gifts? He doesn't
No,
care
like-
about getting them or buying them or both?
Both. Yeah. I mean, he buys me gifts. He does. It's just that I say, "What do you want?" He want nothing, and he doesn't want anything because we're
Well,
at
right.
that age where if you want it, you just go buy it.
Were you listening earlier?
I don't
when we
know
were
that
talking
feeling, but I trust you
Yeah.
on that. I'll get there one day. Yeah, that
Well,
sounds good.
he does. I don't have that money, but
Yeah.
he does.
I was gonna
I
say,
did.
we-
I rolled the bones the other day and dropped $15 on Timu.
I love
and
to listen. That's
did that independently without even asking.
Hey.
You know, and
That's great.
then my wife said, "What'd you order from Timu?"
Yeah, I gotta know what you
Oh, yeah, shoes and a belt. Okay.
Oh, it wasn't for her.
No, it was for me.
Oh,
Yeah, just for
I
me.
love Timu. Oh,
I know, right?
oh bad.
Yeah, $23 is
Yeah,
cheap when you
yeah.
get a belt and a pair of shoes.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I just the first pair of shoes I bought from Timu just to see how that would play out because I'm like, I don't know. You know, sometimes you get good stuff, sometimes you don't.
So was this your first time ordering, or you've ordered?
No,
plenty
no,
from
no. The first time I ordered, I've had those shoes for a year now, and they finally
Just
began to show wear.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
once they show it, you know, they're dress shoes. Once the heel starts to dip, it's about done.
So have you gotten
And so
Timu'd
this is the
yet where
second
you-
pair now that I'm ordering from them.
Okay.
And when they arrive, they fit perfect. They look great, and if they hold up the same as the other one, $15 is cheap as hell.
Right.
For a nice pair
Absolutely.
of dress shoes that make it a year.
Oh yeah.
And I'm on my feet a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm just wearing them every now and again. I wear them a lot. You
And
know.
I've bought maybe 25 times from there, and only once have I gotten a shirt that was like, nah.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. So have y'all ever
The
been?
sizes
You know,
are pretty true.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was just like cheap, but most of the like cheap quality. It looked like my little sister sewed it,
Right.
but everything else has been fantastic.
So you've
Yeah.
never gotten like where you ordered an item and then the item comes and it's
It was
just
crap?
so much different than what
No.
you thought it was.
No,
You
I've
know.
never gotten that.
No,
either.
actually, I've ordered a watch, some shirts, shoes, jeans.
Wow, okay. So
all
you're
of
like
that.
an
As a matter of fact, my
experienced Temu
jeans
shopper.
are probably my favorite pair of jeans I've had in the past, I don't know, 5 years. And I got those for probably $20.
Yeah.
Killing me over there with the phone there.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
at
Yeah,
work, leave me alone.
Timu is really, it's been pretty
It's
good.
not like Wish. Remember Wish?
Wish,
I've
like
never
the Wish
ordered.
Foundation.
No, No, wasn't
it's-
there
it
an
was
app
like-
out there that has Wish? You know,
Yeah, it was, and it was like really bad
that, I
quality.
should say,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
no,
was-
But I
that,
never bought anything from
we
there.
did it. We did that once. I remember when, the online ordering became, especially right at the pandemic onset, and we had to order something through Wish for the boys for Christmas.
Yeah.
It showed up in February, and it was all too small. Every bit of it was too small.
I
Yeah.
don't even know if that's still a thing anymore.
I don't think
Yeah.
so. I don't think it is. But no,
I mean, it
Timu's
happened
not
to
like
me,
that.
so that's why.
Timu
It
so
did?
far has been really good. Now
Yeah.
And Sheen,
I don't mess with them.
Sheen, yeah.
Yeah, I don't mess with them.
My girl that works for me, Maya, I do more Timu and she does Sheen,
Yeah.
but it's all been really good stuff. It's
Yeah.
pretty much the same stuff.
Oh, so
They-
Sheen is just another.
Well,
Yeah, sorry,
the
yeah.
knock against Sheen has been that they allegedly use slave labor to do it.
What about? Okay, I've been to China. They all use slave labor.
I was gonna say,
They
if
do.
it has a tag on it that
They
says
do.
made in
Well,
China.
I just know
Yeah.
the kids at Timu are paid more.
Oh, that's good.
That's what
And
matters
they
to
do
me.
really good work.
They do fine work. I'll give them that too. Yeah.
Robbie wants to know how much like a readjustment would cost.
What's a
I
readjustment?
don't readjust. I don't know what that means. That's
Okay.
a chiropractic.
That's a
thing.
chiropractic
Is
thing.
this Robbie still?
Yeah, Robbie Shirley. Yeah. Yeah.
Robbie, I don't adjust.
Yeah, that's a
Whatever your
chiropractic
insurance
thing.
pays. But if you need physical therapy, it's $155 for the first visit and then $85 after that. If you do cash.
If you do cash, or you can do insurance, I
Mhm.
guess, if you have insurance. Yeah.
But we do not accept United Health.
No, United Healthcare is a no.
Mm-mm.
Why is that? It's not a good deal.
CEO is,
Because
you
the
know.
CEO is gone.
Well, you know what? When that happened, it was really tragic. That shouldn't happen. But they deny a lot of coverage. They also don't pay anything. Like
Yeah.
it's not. So
Yeah.
we just decided not to take it.
Yeah, that's interesting that it's that way because that's such a big provider for a lot of people.
I
isn't
have
it?
United Health.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it pisses me off. But
They used to
but
be
it's good for
a very
consumers,
good
not for-
provider at
yeah.
one point. I mean, many years ago, they were the Cadillac. of
Well, for
providers.
PT,
Yeah.
the max they pay is $60, and that's not worth it.
Wow, man, that's so, and I get that look, it's smart to negotiate rates. It helps keep
That's
costs
too low.
down.
Yeah,
But there's also a below standard
very
pay
below. Yeah.
that makes it very difficult. And this is the problem that a lot of people don't understand, where doctor prices go way up because you have these insurance companies that pay below scale,
Mhm.
so they mark it way up to try to get the most they can out of the insurance company,
Yep.
and then get you to pay a little bit of difference to offset it. And so it is.
Yep.
It's difficult, I'm sure, when you're having to bill those small amounts for it.
Mhm.
As a doctor, I would guess.
Yeah.
What?
I'm just laughing at Robbie.
What'd he say? Sorry, Robbie.
What do you say now?
So it was all a setup. He said, "How much is she gonna charge Saturday for a readjustment?" And then you
Oh.
told him, and he said, "Well, I was just wondering because Patrick's gonna need to be readjusted."
Oh,
after
Patrick's
next
free
Saturday.
though. You're
Oh yeah,
free.
yeah. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm not
You
worried
just talking
about me.
more smack.
No,
Oh, you
Is
and
he a
this
wrestler?
Jimmy Buffett. He is, yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
should
He
be
wrestles
quiet.
his Rob father, and then he also
I
co-owns TNR.
Don't know what
Yeah.
that
No, you're
means.
okay. Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry. I know Jimmy Hart.
look.
Right?
Why don't
I do have
Robbie?
an autographed picture of him.
Robbie, why don't you run your ass out to the corner during the fight, and you can stand there and cheer your boy on, and then when I'm done dunking him, I'll dunk you too.
Ooh.
So just however you want to do it, line up and take the ass whoopings that I got. I got extras to dispense.
This week is gonna be exciting, man.
I'm telling you,
So
man,
ready.
these guys
You
are
got your
pushing it.
angry pants on today?
I might.
Wow.
They're trying to push it a little
Fire
bit.
up.
They're trying to push it a little bit. This is how I got involved in the first place. Because my boy is down here running his head, that big head of his, old Jimmy Buffet, and we're pulling the buffet's closed. You're like Luby's. It's over.
So I got a question to ask you.
What?
All right, because you just mentioned that he was, and that was because you lost the bet to me, about Michigan and Ohio State.
Oh right, yeah,
All right,
yeah, yeah.
So Ohio State, what?
He lost a bet to you and you got him to wrestle?
No.
Okay.
No,
It all
that's why I
started
went through the
because-
table though.
yeah.
Okay, I did see that.
Right, he lost. Right. So now Ohio State is going for the national.
That's right. They're
the
playing Notre
national
Dame, baby.
championship. Right.
It's gonna be a hell of a game.
And everybody that I'm hearing says, hey, even if they do it, they still didn't beat Michigan. So what does it really matter?
It matters a lot.
Do you-
They just
do you-
ran the gauntlet.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the gauntlet they ran.
It was.
I mean, come on. I mean, let's be honest here. Yes, I'll tell you why that doesn't matter, because I personally think, look, Michigan and Ohio State is the single biggest rivalry in sports history, period. It's
Right.
not even a close thing. I think that on those games, the record books go out the window. It doesn't matter what the records are, doesn't matter what the rankings are. None of that matters. It just is a scrap every time they play.
Yeah.
And it's always going to be that way, But when I look at the run they've gone through, I mean, first of all, they beat Oregon handily.
Yeah, that was. I will admit that was.
Wait, who did they beat right before Oregon?
Oh gosh.
They played.
Here, let me see if I can.
I can't remember.
Was it? It wasn't Georgia. Was it
Doesn't-
Clemson or something?
Doesn't matter, but
Yeah.
they beat Oregon handily.
Right.
Then they handled Texas, and Texas gave them all they wanted for a minute.
Yeah.
But even without high levels of offense, they were able to double 28-14
Yeah.
Texas. And Texas has a great, I mean, he's a former Ohio State quarterback to begin with, but they had a great team and a great run. So, they've run a gauntlet.
Yeah.
It's not like they just beat one team. They're going to have beaten 4 teams when they set foot in that championship if they win that game.
Yeah. Here we
Now,
go.
it's an if. I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, Notre Dame. Yeah.
So
So it was Tennessee. Tennessee was
Okay, yes.
first.
So they beat the Vols.
I knew it was one. Yep.
Then they beat Oregon, who was
Yeah.
number 1.
Yep.
Undefeated, number 1.
Yeah.
By the way, undefeated.
Then by 20
number
points.
1. And whooped their ass
Yeah.
dominantly. Then they beat Texas.
Yep.
And now you got Notre Dame. So
Yep.
if you run that gauntlet, I don't give a damn if you drop that game to Michigan. Now, do Ohio State fans care about that game? Hell yeah, they do.
Oh
Is it important? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Do I think that Ryan Day needs to win this championship to stay in Ohio State?
To
I
keep
do.
his job. Oh, for sure.
I do.
For sure.
I do. I think that if you don't get this championship and you lost to Michigan for the 3rd or 4th time, whatever it is for him,
Right.
it's a bad recipe.
Yeah.
But if you get this, if you beat Notre Dame, I think all is forgiven.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
you've run a gauntlet.
I
Yeah,
agree.
But you think he's still gone if they don't win the national championship?
I think he's on.
You don't think they even give a hey, you
he's
made
on-
it at least?
I think he's on super thin ice.
Yeah.
I think that he's one loss away from being gone if he doesn't win this championship.
We'll have to see what happens.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I just don't think that they're not going to tolerate not having a championship or beating
And
Michigan.
not winning, right?
Yeah,
you got to have. Oh,
you
absolutely.
got to at least beat
Oh, yeah.
Michigan
Oh,
and
absolutely.
have a good season.
Right.
But you can't not beat Michigan and not
win.
win.
Yeah.
And Ohio State fan be cool with it. They're not.
Right. No, absolutely.
They're very, listen, Ohio State fan and Michigan fan are serious people, as you can see.
Yeah.
And he's a light Michigan fan compared to a lot of these people literally hate each other
Oh, yeah.
there. I mean, like, it is a passionate thing.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, wow, I never loved anything so much. I hate everybody because of it.
Oh, I've been in restaurants after a Michigan Ohio State game and seen, both sides of the table. Michigan wins, and there's an Ohio State guy going, "Man, I just can't even eat because my team lost."
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah. Some people get
Vice versa,
really
man,
fired up about it. I mean, it's
I mean, at the
It's
end of the
real.
day, it's always just a game. It's fun. It's entertainment. It's fun to talk about, and that's what it
until
is.
you're talking
to me,
about
but,
some man's livelihood,
Well,
like Ryan Day. It's not just a game for Ryan, is it?
I mean,
One of my classmates from PT school, Perry Eliano, he was one of the coaches at Ohio State.
Really?
Hmm.
What did he do? What did he coach?
Football.
if Ryan
Good
Day
call.
gets,
Good call.
Yeah.
How long was he there?
I don't know, several years, and now he's
That's
somewhere
cool.
else. I think Toledo, but he
Okay.
started at UCA.
if Day gets
cool.
No, I just have to talk about football.
if Day gets fired, he's probably got a nice long-lasting career being
I
like
think
a
he-
Kleenex representative or something for all the crying he does.
I think that he would probably be hired pretty quickly somewhere else. I mean, he
I'm
look,
sure.
he's done a great job. It's just that Ohio State fan standards are, it ain't like the Razorbacks.
Well.
No disrespect to the Razorbacks, but you can't expect them to compete every single year for a championship. But when you are an Ohio State fan, you expect every single year you're in the hunt.
I
for a
mean, you're
championship.
absolutely. Let's not forget there was. So what? As far as a Michigan fan goes, we of course had the Rich Rodriguez days.
Yeah.
Everybody was calling for his head on a platter
Yeah.
because he couldn't win the game.
Yeah,
Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh.
I mean, he had one of the, but they, hey man, you can't do it against Ohio State. We don't want you here.
That's
and
right.
he was a Michigan guy.
yeah.
So
A Michigan guy.
It's-
That's right. It's very serious
It's-
for
yeah.
them. It's serious business. What do you think about? Do you think Deion Sanders is going to be the Cowboy coach?
we can hope.
Do you think that they're just hyping it up a little bit, or do you think that that they're serious about him becoming the coach there?
I think at this point they need to do something to become more relevant than just funny memes.
The Cowboys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So do you
So-
think that Prime is that or is not that?
No, I don't think.
You don't think he's legit?
No.
I think he's legit.
Yeah.
Is he coaching now?
Yeah, he
Okay.
coaches Colorado.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't always like his style, to be honest with you, but it's hard to argue the results that he's had. I
Yeah.
mean, now you've got a team you took from winning nothing to within 3 seasons to having a very good season and a Heisman winner and a second candidate.
Yeah.
I mean, and you've got you've taught a two-way player like yourself who's going to the NFL, who's going to go play on Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot. I don't know. He might be the right fit over there. He might be the only coach who could tell Jerry to suck it. I don't know. I'm not sure he can, but I'm saying he might be the only one who could. At least and stay there. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Lots of them have told Jerry to suck it.
Yeah, and
They
then
just had to leave after.
They're unkept.
Yeah, no, they're definitely unkept. That's for sure. They're definitely unkept. Yeah, I mean, you look at Jimmy Johnson, Barry Switzer, Bill Parcells.
Yeah.
Who was the?
Man, this list goes on and on.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long list of coaches that have been through there. Now you've had Mike McCarthy, who was the clipboard boy for a long time. Jason Garrett.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, he was a backup quarterback and never really did a lot in the NFL, and then held the clipboard for Jerry for a number of years, and did so loyally, and that's why he stayed so long.
Right.
Whatever Jerry wanted, the clipboard was willing to do it.
Well, and he's
He was the clipboard. I mean,
Jerry's
he's
always been partial to people that have ties to Dallas or the Cowboys or the Jones
Yeah,
family.
it's like LeBron and who was the coach at LA before JJ Redick. That guy was the Tyronn Lue, clipboard holder. That's all he was. It was LeBron's team. He held the clipboard for LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron was calling those shots, and that didn't work out. So they brought in JJ Redick, who's an actual coach and is phenomenal.
Mm.
So I think he's turning the Lake Show around, but it's still going to be a little while. But I think he's a legit coach. I think he's the real deal over there.
Somebody got to do something.
Well, yeah, I guess.
I mean, at this point.
All right. Well, let's do something different, shall we? I need a little change up here.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Okay.
What is that?
Hmm.
David Lindsay on YouTube says, Patrick, you need a tag team partner. I'll take care of your light work while you handle business.
Man, I do appreciate that. You never can tell. I might need that, David. Better you show up and be there in case I need you than not be there when I do. Okay. So have you heard about, that some of these famous characters have fallen into public domain, like Winnie the Pooh, and they made a horror movie
Oh, yeah.
with Winnie the Pooh. Did you know that?
No.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I heard about it.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Yeah.
And they have other characters now that are
Yeah.
also going into public domain, meaning that, Walt Disney no longer has the rights exclusively to Mickey Mouse.
Oh.
So now a picture of the twisted Mickey Mouse horror movie has finally been revealed. Discussing films posted on X. First look at Steamboat Willie, played by Art the Clown actor David Thornton. It's a new Steamboat Willie horror movie in theaters in April. So Art the Clown, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that the one in Terrifier? That's Art the Clown, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Variety released the picture of him dressed in a grotesque gray mouse costume covered in fur with giant Mickey Mouse type ears to match. The Terrifier actor's face masked by prosthetics, including a mouse nose, whiskers, and gray skin with folds and wrinkles around the eyes.
Oh, so it's not a cartoon. Was that
No,
the
it's-
picture?
I think
Well,
this
that's
is probably-
Terrifier.
Oh, okay.
That's as Art the
I don't have
Clown.
my glasses on.
Let's
but
see if
that
it
looks
if
awful.
it you can't really see it so much, but
I
it
definitely
it
can.
says Screamboat. But let's see, what does it tell us? It says his transformation has received mixed reviews from critics who begged for the trend of public domain horror movies to stop. That's funny. First Winnie the Pooh, Peter Pan, now this. So I guess they
Peter
must have done a
Pan?
Peter Pan one too.
Wow.
That had
What
to
have
be
I been
interesting.
missing?
Well, apparently quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm not watching the wrong stuff on Netflix.
Yeah, well, there you go. You're on Netflix.
Oh,
That's probably the reason why
Hulu.
you got to get on some of these second tier places.
Oh, I'm
Tubi.
afraid of that.
Like Tubi is a good one. Yeah, that's where they're going to stream the Super Bowl now.
What?
Yeah, it's going to stream on Tubi this year.
Oh,
Well, you know that's owned by Fox.
I don't know.
Yeah, Freebies is Amazon. Tubi's Fox. All these streaming services are owned by
Somebody else, yeah.
except for Crackle, that piece of crap. God love them, man. That is a
the
crap
candy
fest.
bar. What are you talking
It does. That's it. The candy bar is probably more entertaining than anything
All
on
right.
Crackle. Yeah. So this movie, Screamboat Willie, or Screamboat, is going to be the name of it,
Crazy.
and it should be pretty interesting. So it comes out in April. So keep your eye out for that. Are you a horror movie person, Marla?
They don't. They're fine. It's,
Just okay.
yeah, and they don't scare me or anything like that. I did like, Pennywise,
Yeah.
Annabelle. Oh, that one scared me.
That one did.
Yeah, but they're just silly. They're
Annabelle,
fine.
that's the one that has the
doll.
Warrens in it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah,
Lorraine,
that terrified
Lorraine
me.
Warren. Yeah.
Yes, but most of
Ed
the
and
time I just
Lorraine.
think they're silly. They're okay.
A lot of horror movies, they're either good or crap.
Yeah,
I mean, there's not
like
much middle
Scream
ground.
is great.
Yeah, no, I actually liked the
Yeah.
first probably 3 of those
Yeah.
really good,
Yeah.
really well. I thought it was a genre changing movie. I
But
liked
people
it a lot.
that believe what they're watching and like are terrified and screaming the whole time, I'm just like, it's on your TV. Now I will jump if something jumps out at me, but
Yeah,
I'm not.
obviously a jump
Yeah.
scare is a jump scare.
I don't know. I just
Those get me the jump scares. But now you're not a horror movie person, are you?
I'm not a big one. I mean, I'll watch them, but
Yeah. What's the last scary movie you watched?
oh, jeez, probably a scary movie. I'm just kidding.
wait. Scary movie. That's a funny one. That's the one I meant, not Scream. Sorry,
Yeah,
my bad. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, my
Actually, I
bad.
do like the first one of those too. It's pretty funny,
Yeah.
actually. I do like that, but I like the Wayans. I mean,
I'm trying
Oh,
to
yeah.
think of the last, probably the most. I think it was what Saw, whatever the recent Saw was.
Oh, I'm
Saw
sorry, yeah.
7, whatever.
Now, when
yeah.
I was a kid, like really young, I made my dad take me to see. Crap, of course, now I've forgotten a really bad scary movie.
Final Destination.
you
It was
made
in
your
the
dad.
80s. Yeah, I said I don't go to the movies. I want to see this, and it was a really bad. I can't remember now what it was. Eternal
Why did
Dead.
he take
Eternal
you?
Dead. Is that the one? Why did he take me?
Yeah.
Because my parents were divorced, and that's just
Oh,
you know.
right. It was a dad.
I think it was
Dead, yeah.
Eternal. I think it was Eternal Dead. I remember a
I
hand
don't-
coming out of the ground or something, but it was terrifying.
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so because
sorry,
it was a
yes.
semi-comedic movie as well, is probably why he did that. I bet.
No, then it wasn't it because it was.
No,
a
it's
scary
pretty. It's
movie.
pretty
Then it
dark
wasn't
and
evil.
gross.
Okay.
But
Yeah, no, that's.
I don't know why he
sounds
took me.
like-
Other just then I said I want to go see it.
yeah, no, I remember watching Friday the 13th on the low at my house when I was a kid, and that was a bad call for me at the time. I think. Because then I was scared forever, all the time. But now I love I like those movies a lot.
They're good and campy.
Yeah, I like campy slasher movies a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're fun to me. I don't know why. They're just stupid, mindless fun,
So
much like
the
an action movie.
Jasons and
Yeah, hell yeah. And Jason?
yeah.
Yes, no, he's the top of the food chain for me. Yeah, I wrote a piece of fan fiction that I turned into a podcast about what if Jigsaw had caught all these other famous serial killers.
Cool.
Oh.
So in one collection, he had caught Pennywise.
Right.
He had, Michael. He had Jason. He had all these, and so they all end up battling it out.
To see which one
Yeah,
survives.
to see which one.
Where
makes
can
it
we
to the
find
end.
this?
You can probably still find it over on Apple, I would guess.
Who won?
I'm not
Gotta read it. and see. Yeah, gotta
telling
read
you
it.
that. I almost said it
Yeah.
too. instinctively you might know, but it doesn't matter whether you do or not. The journey is what matters. I had a lot of fun doing that story. It was a lot of fun. I put it out there. I mean, it got a lot of listens, several thousand.
Yeah.
It just didn't, like anything else, it's hard to break through the clutter that's out there.
Right.
If you
right.
revamp it now, and everyone goes there and reads it and out listens to
Right,
it, then you'll
I
just
mean-
have it
Yeah, could be.
get
Right,
more. Yeah.
right now, I'd say, hey, just go over to Amazon, put in Patrick Beam, and pick a book and
Yeah.
download it.
Just download it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got plenty of them over there.
I think you
depending
need
on what
to,
you're after.
go ahead and just make that into a movie, man. Go ahead and write the script and
Yeah,
get it going.
that'd be great,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
man.
I mean, I would actually.
I would
that
go
one-
watch it.
that
Like,
one I would-
seriously.
That
No,
one,
no,
yeah,
the one
that's
that one I would love to make a movie out of. Like
That's
it,
what I'm saying.
it
You're
was
talking
written like a
all the
screenplay. It was very much done that way.
all the big horror characters,
all the ones
all
you
in a
can
room
think of.
together,
Yeah,
fight to the
except
death. Who
Freddy.
can survive?
Freddy was the only one I couldn't put in because I couldn't really figure out a way to keep him both in the living and I couldn't put everybody else to sleep.
Right.
It didn't make sense in any possible way that
I
would
get that.
that I could make him come in and out properly
Right.
based on his lore.
So Freddie won.
Well, Freddie wasn't there,
That's
so
what
I
I'm
guess by
saying.
default, in a manner of speaking, yeah. Yeah, did you ever see Freddie versus Jason?
I don't think I saw that one.
pretty
but,
fun.
And
I mean, it's stupid, but
Freddie
it's
was a
fun.
little scary too, as far as because the age we were when that came out.
That's my brother was, the Freddie was just a nightmare to him, literally,
You could-
and figurative.
And
Freddy
he,
could pop up at the end.
and Robert England looks scary anyway. That
Yeah.
would be good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The guy that wins, he could end up killing everybody, and then he could be like, oh,
Well, trust
finally
me,
a
there
night's done, and fall asleep
There
or
were
pass
plenty
out
of
or
good
something.
ones in there. The Candyman was in there.
Oh,
He's a
yeah.
good one. Yeah, I had all the iconic horror people that Chucky
Yeah.
was in there,
Chucky.
which is great.
So my daughter is a huge. She's who would talk to you guys about this when she was little, like 3. She insisted on watching scary movies, and we would let her because
Yeah.
she would throw a fit if she couldn't.
Really?
And it did not scare her. She loved Leprechaun. She wanted to marry Leprechaun. You know, that kind of thing.
That's
She
so
loved
funny.
him. And her house she has a full size Beetlejuice statue staring
Yeah.
out
Oh,
her
that's
top
cool.
floor
Yeah.
window, and then a Jason one sitting down next to it. And I said, Chandler, it's not Halloween, And she goes, I don't want my neighbors coming over. It's like- so she keeps them out all the time, and our house is full of Halloween.
Now, Noah
stuff.
didn't, he wasn't a scary movie kid, but he watched Bob the Builder for about 6 months. And after that, he went right into Indiana Jones and Jurassic
Oh,
Park.
okay.
Nice.
And that's all he would watch is Jurassic
You
Park and
said
Indiana
Bob the
Jones.
Builder. I was
Yeah.
like, what is scary about Bob the Builder?
That's
Well,
what I
have
was
you ever
with.
watched an episode?
Terrifying.
It's scary to try to make it through it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Have you guys seen Harrison Ford as the Red Hulk?
No, I
The-
haven't yet.
Oh my gosh, the trailer for it.
The Red Hulk.
Yeah, because
oh.
the new Marvel.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was doing that.
I didn't
I
know.
love him.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
he's a little long in the tooth to be playing
Yeah,
that,
but
isn't
he's
he?
Yeah.
Harrison Ford.
He is Harrison Ford.
Watch the trailer. It's amazing. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. I know that they did reshoots on that movie like 3 or 4 times. I guess 3 times because test screenings weren't going well for them. So maybe they've come up with a good solution.
Yeah,
for
maybe.
it.
I mean, all I saw was a trailer. It was just, but he's just the goat to me. So he's amazing.
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's a phenomenal
Yep.
actor. I'll say that. I mean, I've liked him since Han Solo.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I've been riding with that dude a long time. I guess he's Indiana Jones. He's Han Solo. He's been a lot of iconic
Mhm.
characters in his career,
Yep.
for
Now
sure.
he's the Hulk.
No, he's
Yeah.
the Hulk.
Yeah, the only person older than him that's still doing it is Clint Eastwood.
And is Clint Eastwood really doing it?
Yeah,
Or is
I
he
mean, he's
just sitting there,
directing movies.
sitting there
I
with
mean,
those
he's-
pants up to his
Yeah,
chin?
he's gristle. He ain't nothing
Yeah.
but gristle.
Yeah, you're right.
But man,
He's-
he is.
Like
he still
that
kills it.
grimace he used to give when he was younger, yeah.
Mhm.
But now it's just like like old man teeth.
No, he just looks old
Yeah.
now. He just looks old.
That one movie where he was a mule and he's sleeping with a young woman, I'm like, no, sir, that's never going to happen. Never.
Oh, is he
was a mule.
bagging some chick in the mule?
Yeah, and the mule is
I
like,
haven't seen that
oh,
one yet.
it's a great
Spoiler
movie.
alert.
Sorry,
No, it's a good
it's
one.
not a consistent girl. How about that? But so yeah, it was just a scene where. And I was
Well,
like, no,
yeah,
that's
no,
not
he-
gonna happen.
He makes a different kind of film now, but it's pretty. I mean, his films are super gritty, super good.
Always good.
I mean, he does a great job of that. I like him a lot, but I've always liked Clint Eastwood, even from the beginning, but
Oh, yeah.
Harrison Ford as well.
Yeah, he's
Another great actor. Who's one of your actors you followed the whole career, your whole life, basically?
Harrison Ford is up there.
Yeah, he's
Now that I
gotta
really
be.
think about it, I
Yeah.
mean, because I've known him since, of course, Star Wars, Han Solo.
It's weird to
Uh,
start seeing the actors that you really cared about
Yeah,
get real damn old.
you're right.
It feels real weird
It
to
does.
see it.
because it
you
makes
know?
you think about your own mortality.
Yes, that is
Yes,
correct,
yes,
Marla. You have
yes,
succinctly
yes,
positioned that.
yes.
Yes. No, I definitely. When I start looking at some of the chicks that at at my teen years were like the hot chicks.
Yeah, now you're like,
you're like, oh God, you're the crypt keeper. now."
That's the way I was when I saw Gina Gershon, because I had the
yeah.
hots for her. And you
Who
see her now,
didn't?
right? She's gorgeous, and then you see her now, and you're like, something's up. It's
No.
not right.
Yeah, no.
The only one that
Sylvester Stallone is another one for me that
He
I've
needs-
followed.
You know-
that's another one too. Yes.
But you know what I'll say about that guy's from a physical standpoint.
Oh,
he's
dude.
been very open about his steroid use,
Mhm.
but whatever he's juicing with is the right stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because that dude he's shorter than I am and way older than I am. Still could probably whoop my ass.
I mean, and he did box. He
Yeah.
learned to box.
No, I mean he's
Fought.
a legit. I mean,
He just needs
he's
to
a
quit
bit-
injecting his face. Stop it.
oh well, yeah, probably so. I mean, all of them need to quit doing that. Hopefully,
Well,
there'll be a backlash on it sooner than later because these folks are going to start getting old, but other parts of their faces won't,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to start looking real weird for people soon. Yeah, real weird.
Latasha says she loves horror movies. She's been watching since she was 3. Chucky is her favorite
Mhm.
still.
Chucky's
Her and
great.
Chandler could be
Chuck-
best friends.
Chucky's great. Anytime a character's a smartass, it's
Yeah.
attractive. Ryan. That's why Ryan Reynolds is a Deadpool. Everybody loves a smartass. That's a good smartass.
Did you ever see the scary movie? What was it? I think House of Wax
Yeah, with the
with the wax figurines and everything. Yeah, that movie is why I will not step foot in a wax museum.
Really?
Like ever again.
Okay.
Like scared to death of wax statues.
I don't have any that really ever did me that way. But my mom used to talk about being scared by a certain movie, and my dad, when he was alive, he watched The Exorcist once and would never watch it again.
Yeah.
Like it really truly freaked him out. But I watched it and I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's just,
It's like everybody loves The Shining, and I get the lore of it. I get the why of it, but I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But I don't love ghost movies of any kind, to
Not
be
even
honest.
Ghost.
No, not even Ghost. I don't like if it's versus an evil house. If that's your villain, is
Right.
the evil
He's
house.
haunted
I'm
house.
probably not interested
No.
in it. If it's a ghost that's terrifying you, I'm probably not interested in it.
Yeah.
I prefer my
No
my killers to
paranormal
be a little-
activity for you.
No, I need my killers to be more rooted in hate and knives.
Right.
Things like that.
You
Yeah.
want to see the
Listen.
slashing and the gore and the
Yeah.
We lived in a haunted house, and that was some scary shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to see any ghost movies either, but that was
Yeah.
awful. Awful.
Which house was haunted?
It was on T Street down by the fairgrounds in Benton.
Really?
Really. And it was so many, you always felt like someone was watching you, which was weird. We came home we had a light fixture up in the ceiling, and it was a round globe, and we came home one day and it had fallen from the ceiling and shattered. And you think, oh, okay, that's nothing, but it was in a perfect circle. And this was after many things had happened.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if something falls, it's going to scatter.
Right.
But the biggest one, Chandler would talk to someone in her closet, and we would say, oh, it's cute. She's about 3 or 4, and we would go outside the door, and her room smelled like cigarettes and perfume, and she didn't smoke. She was 3, and so
Allegedly.
yeah. And I was like, Chandler,
Allegedly,
I
yeah.
would just tell her, Chandler, quit spraying perfume. I didn't know about cigarettes. She goes, it's not me, it's Clara. And she'd pull her little rocking chair up to her closet door and sit and talk. And if we kind of snuck around to see what and this was a conversation, one-sided, but
Right.
it was,
Like an imaginary friend.
yeah,
Except not.
But not.
but yeah, it wasn't
Allegedly.
like gibberish. She was answering questions and asking
Yeah.
questions. Maybe 4 years old, but we kind of would sneak in and go, "Oh, this is cute," and she would whip her head around and she'd go away, and she didn't know we were there.
Mhm.
And we're like, what? She goes, she leaves when you come. You're not allowed to see her. And we were like, what the fuck? Right? But one day, Wesley, oh, can I not say that? Sorry. But Wesley, my oldest son's best friend, was in the bathroom, and we were in the living room, and he was like banging the bathroom door. Like he was kind of a husky kid.
Yeah.
And it sounded like he was breaking the door down. And I yelled at him and I said, Wesley, stop it. And he goes, that wasn't me. And someone was trying to get in and out of his door,
Yeah.
out of our bathroom door. And he comes running out of the bathroom finally with his pants still around his ankles, didn't wipe nothing. And when I went into the hallway, something red flew down the hallway from up top.
Mhm.
And you could see it. And it sounded like so stupid to say, but this was a very haunted house. And we had a dog that would not go in the hallway. He would like chase a ball, and he was an Australian Shepherd. And if you threw it into the hallway, he would push back and shove. Yeah, and the hair would stand up on his neck, and he would stare up in the corner of the hallway and growl.
That's wild.
It was crazy. There's
Yeah.
so many things that happened in that house, and I asked the landlords, I said, is this house haunted? No. And I'm like, somebody die in here? No. I'm like,
Now, were you a kid? This was you as a kid, and
no, this was me and Jason married with two of our three
when your
kids.
kids were young.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
Chase was 14, Chandler was whatever, 7
Okay.
years younger than that.
Yeah.
But not that, but she was about 4. So anyway, it was a very scary house.
But the result she has from it is I love horror movies. So wasn't it scary to her?
Shit. She's Chandler. You just have to meet her. But it was. And she still remembers talking to Clara. And you need to talk to Jason about it because he has a much better memory. But so many things happened in that house.
Yeah.
And the worst thing was, a spooky, eerie feeling, wasn't a nice ghost. When we were moving out, somebody had to stay there and paint. And we drew straws, and I lost. And Jason's like, bye, and leaves me there. He's like, I'm all for women's rights. You got this, and leaves.
Yeah.
Left
No,
me alone in that scary house.
That's great. That's how you
Jason,
learn.
I know. 30.
That's how you got to learn. You know.
Anyway.
You didn't get the ghost to help you out or anything?
Yeah.
Like, hey, why don't
I
you make
was-
yourself useful around
listen.
here? Pick up a brush or something, man.
That's why scary movies don't scare me, but that real ghost, it was
Yeah, I
scary.
am down. There's no house. There's no place. There's none of that. You know. Now look. I mean, anybody can be scared of complete darkness. I mean, that's normal. To feel
Well, I
that
mean,
way, I
that's,
think.
you
I
know.
mean, I think you know anybody.
You don't
If
know
you
what's
just-
there. You're
yeah,
stuck in darkness.
right.
That's
But
where
if
it's.
you're just going to take me to a house on any given day,
Right.
no, I'm not apprehensive. I'm not concerned. I'm not worried. I'm not frightened. I'm not slightly.
But if you live there and stuff happens and you
No, that
feel
may be different.
danger,
I've just never had that happen before.
so bad,
I mean, yeah, I could.
so bad.
I've never had the supernatural, unexplained occurrences in my life.
Yeah, neither.
Yeah,
I long for them. I wish that I would.
Yeah, I don't. Jason, I think is maybe a medium because and I don't want to tell this long story, but his grandfather, who was dead, called him the night his grandmother died, and it was just, I know it's so crazy. I sound like an idiot.
No, you don't. But I'm intrigued when you say he called him.
So
Like, how did he do that?
I don't know. And it was, we were in California, phone rings on the wall. Jason answers it. It's real staticky. And he hears, hello, hello, Jason, hello. And Jason goes white. And
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no caller ID, of course. But, because it's back in 92.
Oh, right.
And, Jason's like, hey, hello. And he has a concerned look on his face, and he's pure white. And my husband's very dark complected.
Yeah.
And he goes, hello, Jason, hello. And then it goes dead. And the line was very staticky.
Yeah.
So Jason hangs up, and I said, who was that? He goes, I don't know. And you have to know my husband. He's very serious.
Right.
person.
Yeah.
And I said, what would they say? I don't know.
He didn't want to talk about it.
He
Yeah.
didn't. But
No.
they said, I think that was my grandfather.
Yeah.
And I was like,
It's
the one that was alive. I said his name, and he goes, no, George.
See, that's like the scariest thing I've ever seen was in real life, and the only time I've ever felt like what you're talking about right there, because I kind of feel you, is man, it was many years ago when I first became full time on the other show, and I don't know why we were talking about the dark web, but we were. And I was like, you know what? I want to see what this thing's about because, they said, well, the dark web, what you see is here
right.
and what's under, it goes so far down you don't understand. And I'm like, okay, what is all this?
Right.
So I went and downloaded what's called a Tor browser because that's how you have to navigate. You have to have a special browser to even access it because it's not like the regular internet.
Right.
And I saw,
Your questions were answered about what it was about.
it was the worst thing I've ever seen or even thought of in my entire life, period. And it haunted me for years. It's still, I used to have nightmares. I don't anymore. But I could never even say it out loud. I've still never said it out loud to my wife.
Yeah.
And that's my wife. That's the person I'm
Right.
closest
That you
to.
share everything.
But I will never,
Talk
I'll
about
probably go to my deathbed and never vocalize what I saw.
Yeah, they're supposed to be bad.
It was
bad,
the worst thing.
Yeah.
Stuff that I couldn't have conceived of.
And
if
like,
I
I'm
wanted to.
curious
Right.
about it too, but because I know
Don't.
what's on there, no, I will never.
Don't.
But because I know there's children on there being
Don't.
hurt, and I will never,
Do not.
ever. Yeah.
Don't.
Yep.
Please.
Yep.
I've
No, I
told
know.
you
I
that.
will. I will not.
not.
Yeah.
No, I was just
Stay off the
hoping.
dark web.
I was hoping to find some like Silk Road,
Right. Yeah.
like some good hallucinogens or something.
Right.
That is
Right.
not
Not at all.
And
And then it makes you.
I unhooked it. I got rid of my Tor browser, and I never went back.
Because
Right.
you just think, how can people be that sick? Yeah, no, I can't.
Yeah,
do it.
no, it is.
And that's why I don't do pediatrics. So, but I mean,
No, I would probably be
Yeah.
very angry if I were that kind of
Yeah.
doctor and I saw
couldn't do it.
something that,
hmm
and I would.
and a
I
lot of
would have
child
to hurt
abuse.
Somebody,
Can't
yeah.
do it. Yep, I will kill the
can't-
parents.
Yeah, that'd be a problem
Yep.
for me.
So I
Hard
won't
to
do
be
it.
a pediatrician when you're killing the parents. you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But on a good note, what are your hours today at the clinic?
8 to 5.
8 to 5. So if you need to go in and get some work done, get some physical therapy done,
You're not going to walk in and get it today. You got to call and make an appointment. And I don't work on Thursdays.
but you can call and make that
You
appointment.
can, yes.
And
Unless you're dizzy, we try to
I
see
will-
you that same day.
personally vouch A++ for Marla and her whole team because
Thank
they
you.
do amazing work.
We have a good crew.
Rich, when's tell them about Ark and Brawl?
Yeah, we got Ark and Brawl coming up. Just over a week away.
When does Jimmy Buffet get his service on?
So
You're
I
finally going to be
believe.
served, Jimmy.
Let me pull up my calendar. So we got, of course, next Saturday, not this Saturday, but a week from Saturday,
Yeah,
the Ark and Brawl. That'll be here. Doors are going to open at 11, first bell at noon.
yeah.
So just so
Yeah,
everybody knows,
nine matches, right?
Yep, 9 matches. We'll have, of course, the Ark and Brawl for the Ark and Brawl Cup, and then
The scaffold match.
yeah, and I was corrected on that. I thought it was the first ever Arkansas scaffold match. Apparently,
Was
there was
somebody
another
harken
one.
back to Barton Coliseum in the days of the Rock and Roll?
Yeah, back in the
It's
80s.
been a
it was
while.
done, so,
Okay.
forgive me, but yeah.
Yeah. In recent history, how about that?
Yeah.
This 2000s.
yeah.
That.
Yeah, other than that, just hanging out, man. We got that, of course, coming up. Free, free event. Even food's gonna be free.
We're doing hot dogs. We're doing everything.
I'm
man.
gonna get some hot dogs and some sodas. They'll first come, first
It'll
serve.
just
They'll be here
be
when
Mountain
they're gone.
Dew.
No,
Bring
no, I'll
bring
get,
bring the family, bring friends, whatever.
Yeah, please,
you
all
know,
ages.
And Chase's or Logan's band is going to be at Vino's that night.
Are they?
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool,
I'm
man.
excited.
That's cool. Yeah, that is dope. Good
Yeah,
for those
yeah.
kids. They're good guys, man. I liked them. All right,
What you
everybody.
got going on?
Well, let's see. Right after this, I've got actually we did 3 inspections already this week on homes that are my clients are buying, and so I'm working through those little items that show up in an inspection that you kind of work through and get taken care of before somebody buys a home because. And I guess some people might not know if you're a first-time home buyer. If you're let me put it like this: if you're my client, you're getting an
You're
inspection.
getting
Okay,
inspection.
99% of people do. I don't make exceptions on inspection. I mean, it's just I've seen too many things go wrong.
Yeah, good realtor.
So you get an inspection, and then you go through those items to make sure there's not something on there that's going to be a real problem for you. Because if it is, you address that, or you move on to another home. So that's what I'll be doing. And then
Cool.
I think later this evening I've got some showings to do. So look, if you're looking for a house, you're thinking about buying a home, reach out to me. I'd love to help you. I work very hard. I negotiate very well, and I'll do you a solid job and help you out to get a really nice home. You can reach out to me online. You can reach out to me via phone, 501-575-5485. You can just go on Facebook. Doesn't matter. Just connect up with me, and I'd love to help you out. Otherwise, I want to say thank you to you guys for
Yeah,
coming
man,
in and
it's
hanging out today.
Great to
Sorry
finally
I
do
was
that.
late.
Happy New
Sorry.
Year.
Not a big deal at all. We're thankful that you were here.
So-
You got gifts.
Real quick, does she?
Yes.
Do you do these on the side then? Is this
Yeah.
like a side
Yeah.
hobby? Like people can order cups from you,
Yeah.
or okay?
Yeah.
How much would something like this?
It depends on what you want.
$400.
No,
Yeah.
I mean that's a 20 ounce. I would probably do $25.
Okay,
And then
That's
I do
a fair
30 ounces.
value for a person.
Dude,
that's
that's
got
stainless
that.
steel.
I'm
double
gonna
wall.
love using that.
Yeah, that's super nice. It's super
I can
dope.
do shirts, everything. I do all the stuff.
Okay.
All right.
All right, there
I'll
you
stop
go.
yapping so you can close out the show, man.
No, I just want to thank you guys. You guys are what make the show work. Keep sharing it. Keep telling other people about it and keep coming back. We couldn't be more thankful and grateful to have you here every single day. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Later.
Late.